Well, have I ever... This is probably the most embarrassing of those entrance stories.
Yeah.
I was down in South London once, went down to some party that was taking place in some kind of swanky bar where there was a doorman on the front and a charge. I think it was something mental, like a tenner to go in. It was crazy. It was ludicrous. I don't know what I was doing down there. And I was in the queue.
We'll establish what you mean by swanky later, because that could be...
And it was a posh place.
Was it?
And so there's a queue outside, and there was one of these doormen who thought it was like kind of Studio 54. He was like sort of, choosing people who could come in. Yeah, you two come in now. And I've been there for ages, obviously. I was on my own because I got there late.
And clogs.
Exactly.
I've dressed up for this.
And there were these two girls next to me. I'm thinking, if I'm in a queue, I've told you before, if I'm in a queue and if I'm stuck with two girls, I'm thinking, what a great opportunity, use the old merchant charm. Yeah. And so I'm there, and I'm sort of thinking, kind of give them a nod or whatever, a wink.
Yeah.
And they're loving it.
Yeah. They move to the back.
They're putty in my hands, Rick, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, to really seal this off, I'll get us in. Like, I'll sort of skip the queue. So the guy sort of coming along, he's picking people off, the doorman, and I just grabbed him. I just grabbed him like that. And I said it so everyone could hear. Right? And I thought this was brilliant. I said to him, how much is it? He went, 10 quid. I went, I'll give you 7. That was my bribe. I'll give you 7. That's the whole £3. No, that can't be right.
No.
He must have said a £5, and I said, I'll give you 7.
Yeah.
That makes more sense, doesn't it?
That's giving him a £2 incentive.
A £2 incentive.
That's it. I'll give you 7, you can make up the 10.
Exactly.
You can, if you let me in, you can put in 3 yourself, mate. That never works, does it?
He said to me, I can't be bothered, I'm just going to have a kip, I think. I'm so tired.
Was it percentages that put you off?
That frazzled me initially.
I mean, it's a funny anecdote when you're giving him £2. Yeah. It's even funnier when you're getting him
when
to
he's
put
paying
up
me as well.
Oh, I love it. Right, we're gonna play a record. Then we're really gonna concentrate. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais show.
Steve Merchant's also involved. Go to bed now.
Oh no.
That Steve trying to impress a girl in a queue offered the bouncer £2 for himself if he could go to the front of the queue.
Oh man, that was so embarrassing. I tried to bribe. Did I tell you that, Carl? I tried to bribe the bouncer. He was coming out. He thought he was in total. He was like the bouncer of the Met Club, or the Met Bar or something.
Tenner in.
He was choosing. No, he wasn't. He was picking people off, right? That was it. He was picking people off, and he was going, you can come in, you can come in. I got chained to a couple of girls. I thought, I'm in here. I'm sorry, dear. And I thought, I'll act flash. I'll try and bribe my way into the club. The guy was walking past. I cornered him. I went, "Wee, how much is it to go in?" He said, £5. I went, "I'll give you 7." And £2. I thought, because the problem I had was I didn't want to go straight to like a tenner, because if he accepted 7, I didn't want to be down. I didn't want to waste money.
Right,
so I thought we could at least haggle.
It was the term. Is that frugal? What is the term for that? Thrifty? I know.
But I'm resenting this because you are trying to create this this myth that I'm somehow, that I'm somehow cheating my money, or that I'm not a great lover. You know what I mean? And that's sort of, I'm like, it's annoying me, frankly.
Oh, dear.
So, Carl, do you think, and maybe Ricky as well, do you think you know much about DJing for, the sort of the wedding party, or maybe someone's 18th? Oh, really? Okay, let me just offer a little hypothesis for you then. All right, the buffet's been served, right?
Yeah.
People have done some speeches, like it's a wedding do.
Yeah.
So you've already played some records early on, you've stopped for food, you've just played some light backing music in the background while the food's been served. You want to get the party rocking again, what do you kick off with?
It depends. I've already got it down to 2 or 3 records.
Okay, I'd like to hear what they are.
Well, I've got it down to Earth, Wind and Fire.
Right.
That'd be great. If there's, depending on, or you want to go a bit more modern, I'd probably start off with sort of Will Smith.
Well, careful, Rick. I've got to bear in mind, it is a wedding do, so there's people from age 8 to 80. You got to cater to every market.
Okay.
Carl, what about you?
See, this was back in 88, so...
Yeah.
Kylie.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what the definitive track is?
Go on.
Oh, What a Night, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Ding, ding, ding. People don't realise what it is exactly. It's straight away. Ding, ding, ding. Bow, down, 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 down. I can't actually play it. But, Oh, What a Night. Late December back in 60. That leads you straight into a 70s medley, and everyone's loving that. I'm thinking Bee Gees. There's going to probably be some kind of ABBA track, Dancing Queen, all going to storm. You're turning your noses up. I can tell you this, that we got bookings endlessly. People are going, you're amazing. I don't know how you do it.
I wouldn't have got up. I would have sat there.
Well, you might be, because you're one of those grouchy, you're one of those moody teenagers. Oh, I'm not going to dance to this. I'll tell you, the old ladies would have been up. the people with a decent bit of musical taste would be up.
No, the
Ricky
first
Gervais would
person
be
to get up is a fat lady in a dress with bad ankles and a little kid who's got problems and he's in a little DJ.
See, the problem with you two is you're not catering to the market. You're trying to be all sort of bohemian and kind of off, teach people about music and stuff. There's no place for Kylie, not at a mobile disco. Far too avant-garde. All right, kick it in. Grease Megamix.
Play a record.
Come on, Eileen. Have you got Come on, Eileen? Play that.
What are you going to play?
Love Shack.
Coldplay.
Excellent. Yellow.
Well, you'd never
It's
say
the
that.
excellent single by Coldplay. It's Yellow. Oh, Yellow. That's Yellow by Coldplay.
We're talking about embarrassing stories and stuff, and I don't know if I've told this on this radio before. Have I told you, Carl? I'm not sure. But this was when I was working at the BBC. This is not even long ago, and I'd moved to London, and I was fairly new in London. And I was working at the BBC, and I had this BBC hire car, and I've never told it. If there's anyone listening who works for the BBC, I don't know if I can still get in trouble for it. But this BBC hire car, and it was like I've been ferrying kind of actors and people and production people around all day in this car. And I was driving back, it was quite late, it was about sort of 7 or 8, and I was driving back, and I pulled in to get some petrol to fill up the car every day. And I went into this garage to fill up some petrol, and I was there, and two blokes came in a white van, right? They sort of pulled into the forecourt, and I was filling up the car, and they went, "Hey, do you want to buy a couple of speakers?" And I said, "Yes, I do."
Yeah.
Because to tell you the reason, it was like I was so flattered that they thought I'd be the kind of bloke who would A, need some kind of classy speakers, and B, would like to buy them on the sly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, they like the
They've
fact
seen me. They've seen I look a bit of a hustler.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm a street sort of guy. You can see by the way I use my walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe my luck. So they drove behind the garage, the little sort of garage bit at the back, and I went round there, sort of casually went round there, sort of locked the car, went round there. They went, open the back. You had these speakers in there. I said, "Are you sure these aren't knocked off, mate?" He went, No. We work for Dixon's. This is the story he spun me. We work for Dixon's, right? And we're delivery men. And if we make a delivery and the person's not there to sign for the goods, then we have to bring them back to the warehouse. But if we can sell them on the way back, then that's really good for Dixon's.
Dixon's must love that.
And instead of thinking, are you sure some kind of troubleshooter did someone going to go into Dixon's and go, you're not getting in the garage
John
forecourt
Harvey
market?
Jones.
Exactly.
Get a couple of lads in a white van.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, I sort of bought this story, and I was a little bit dubious, and I went, right, let me hear them then. And he wired them up to the car stereo, and boom, 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 they're playing. So it was some groovy hip-hop. I was thinking, great, these guys know what I'm into. Yeah. And he's giving me the talk and stuff. And I said, I'm a bit worried these are knocked off. He went, no, listen, we got a bloke at Dixon's who can confirm this is fine, right? Phone him up, use my mobile, right? And quote this reference number, right? So I phone out, and I goes, I go, hi, some guys here in a garage forecourt trying to sell me some speakers. Just wanted to check. He went, it's fine. I went, should I just read the reference number or whatever? He went, if you want. And X14, and I went, yes, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what that was, don't you? That was actually Mr. Dixon himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, well, they sound great. They're giving me for a knockdown price. I'd say they were like 400 quid. They were like 200 quid or something. It was a good bargain. I was in the market for some speakers as well.
Yeah.
So, while they were loading
it's
them
all kosher. I phoned Dixon.
Exactly. I phoned Dixon's. That's fine.
Yeah.
So while they're loading them in the back of the BBC hire car, right? I'm in there paying for the petrol, right? And the guy who's serving goes, all right. He goes, what were you doing around the back with those blokes? Right? Because obviously there's security cameras filming this whole transaction, right? And he goes, what are you doing around the back? And I went, brilliantly, there's some old mates. Some of my mates were just having a chat and that. He went, oh, right, okay, like giving me obviously the evil eye. So I went back to the van. So I'm in the car now and I'm driving with one of the blokes who's in the van with me because I didn't have the money on me. So I had to go to the cash point to get the cash, right? So I'm driving with him and the other guy's following me in the van and he was like a northerner like you and he's giving it all the, all right, yeah, I tell him my girlfriend's a DJ, she's got some of these speakers, they're fantastic, and he's giving me this. And then my mind starts working. Now that I've got a bit of time to think, I'm thinking, wait a minute, this all sounds a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
It dawned on me, Rick.
Fool, are you? You're streetwise.
Exactly.
You're streetwise, Steve.
Not only that, I was thinking, how am I going to get them home? I've got to drop the car off at the BBC. How am I going to get these huge speakers back to where I live?
And how can I pay for them? Because I've just spent £100 on Find the Lady with a couple of blokes in the square. It seemed like a fair game. Some of his friends were winning.
But so I explained to him, I said, I can't get them back to like Brixton where I was living at the time. He went, don't worry, give us an extra 20 quid, we'll take them home for you.
Oh, that's good. Delivery. They do a whole service, you see. And there's also a backup guarantee. Did they have the guarantee, the 3-month guarantee?
They didn't.
No.
But I said, I'm not sure about that. He went, well, why don't you put them in a cab, send them back, and your housemates can collect it? I was like, oh, no, there'd be no one in. And I was beginning to sort of get a bit conscious of like, maybe this was a bit of a scam after all. So I pulled into like a little side road. I said, I'm not sure I'm into this now, actually. He went, what are you talking about? It's 200 quid for a pair of speakers. It's a bargain. You never get a bargain like this, mate. I'm going, not too sure, actually. I don't think I want them. He went, 150 quid, mate. 150 quid, mate. 150 quid. I went, no. He's 100 quid now to you. And I'm thinking, thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't sound like the kind of work that Dixons would be doing.
Dixons don't do that when I go in.
This is it.
Dixons never negotiate in that way.
When I go there, look around and I leave, they go, where are you going? I go, no, we'll have anything then. Have anything for a
So
quid.
I stopped the car and the white van pulled up behind me with his mates in.
Sure.
And I said, can you get them out? I'm not interested. And he went, 100 quid, mate. Oh, you, and he was just going, you tosser, you obviously want some speakers. And he was having a go at me. So I was carrying the speakers out and putting them back in the white van. And he was just shouting at me. He was going, 70 quid. I was like, 70 quid from 200? This is ludicrous.
You realise that wasn't Dixon's policy then.
Exactly.
They don't usually shout, you tosser, as you leave the shop and walk down Camden High Street. They're not usually shouting, you tosser.
You should have took the offer of like the monthly payments they've got on at the moment.
So I eventually put them in there and I sort of knocked the deal on the head and I got back in my car and they were in theirs and I just looked in the rearview mirror and they were punching the dashboard like with aggression and venom, like we let that deal slip through our fingers. And I've never been so terrified in my life. I just sat there and I was just thinking, oh my God, all I was thinking now is what if I go back to the BBC and they go, we've had a call from the police, the man at the garage, he saw you doing a dodgy deal.
I love it. Yeah. Well, what you do is you put the hire car in a drain in your front garden and then go in and out of the toilet, just pouring bleach down or Ajax and they never know.
Can you talk about your grandparents?
Well, my grandparents, of course, the thing about my grandparents, I have mentioned this before.
Yeah,
I think they've got about 3 teeth between them. It's unbelievable. My grandfather...
They're all their own, though.
He was in the RAF in the war, right? And for some reason, he had problems with his teeth, and they pulled them all out, and they replaced them with a false set of false teeth. But during the wartime, I don't know whether this was just like what it was like during the war or just the 40s, but he had a kind of wooden plate put in with like some kind of fake teeth attached.
Oh no.
And he's never had that changed. So he's still got the wooden plate and about 3 teeth still hanging on it.
Oh.
It's just so he and my grandmother combined, they cannot eat anything that's kind of solid. So they will literally get up for Christmas dinner. They'll get up and they'll put the meat on like it's sort of 6 a.m, go back to bed for the day, get up and eat it about 9 o'clock at night. And the best compliment you can have if you've cooked dinner for my grandparents is, oh, this is lovely. You can suck it away.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Why don't they just liquidize it? Have a nice little roast smoothie.
They have done in the past.
Really, and a little apple crumble smoothie to follow.
If we take them out to eat, like at a restaurant or something, we've got to phone ahead to make sure there's fish on the menu.
Really?
Because they can only have fish. But then the bones, you see, that's a problem for them.
Well, you can take the bones out of fish, can't you, and sort of mash it up?
Yeah, but the eyes are going
Steve,
as well.
could I suggest the fish cake? It's already mashed. It's with the potato. It's in a crispy crumb, which doesn't hurt anyone, whether you got teeth or not.
Rick, can I
Go on.
make a little...
Yeah.
I just want to make it... Because obviously not everyone's as fortunate at Christmas, Rick,
No.
as us.
We're
What
talking
about the vegetarians? What are they eating?
A nut cutlet.
What the hell is
lovely little nut cutlet. Can't they have like tofu, but in the shape of a turkey?
But I love the fact that so often, certainly your Linda McCartney veggie items, they always try to fool you into thinking it's the real thing. Some veggie sausages that they've injected with something so they'll taste like sausages.
Yeah.
Is it true? Talking about when his dad said that, and then you told me something that I find amazing.
Oh, the thing is, it's Christmas. Obviously, I've got to go back to Bristol. I love seeing my family. Well, yeah, I do. But it means I'd see my grandparents, who are, brilliant people. I mean, lovely people, but mental. I mean, utterly mental. And they've taken now there must be sort of 80 a piece. And it is quite an old age, but they're fairly good health, relatively speaking. And they just spend their time in bed. I mean, that's all they do, is that's their profession. They've retired to go to bed. And they spend all the time in bed. I tell you what they're like. They're like that old guy. They're like all that old family in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, none of them had got up for like 25 years.
Yeah.
And
you said that they go to bed and they go to sleep, but then when they wake up, what they do is put an extra pillow so they're slightly more upright, and that's them in the day in bed.
That's the daytime thing.
But they get up and cook and stuff.
What they do is they've got about 6 teeth between them. I mean, my grandmother needs false teeth, but refuses to go and have the old ones extracted and the false teeth fitted. So she's working with about 3 or 4 teeth.
Oh.
My grandfather had false teeth given to him during the war.
Wooden ones?
Well, it was plastic teeth on a wooden pallet, right, that sits at the top of the mouth. He's still got the wooden pallet, but most of the teeth have come off. So there's about 4 teeth left, 4 false teeth. He's got a set of false teeth that make him look like he needs false teeth. I mean, that's pretty bizarre. So the problem is that they have to get up. They get up about 7 a.m. to put on, say, some beef or lamb, whichever they're going to cook. They put it on at 6 a.m, 7 a.m, so that by the time they eat it at 6 at night, eat, they can use the phrase, this is what a good meal is for my grandparents, if they can use the phrase, oh, that's lovely, you could suck it away. You could suck it away. Who wants that from a roast dinner? You may as well blend it up and serve it as a broth.
I don't want that phrase coming from old people without teeth.
No, indeed.
Because it must remind you of your rent boy days.
Exactly. It brings it all flooding back.
Oh,
you know.
God. Flooding's the word.
Exactly.
Should we play a record before we get really disgusting about your grandparents and blowjob? That is the worst thing
we've said the word blowjob far too many times today.
And in the same sentence as you... I can't believe...
Anyway.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
You know, I've said in the past to you, Rick, that my grandparents, so I love them dearly, but it's like for the last 30 years they've been waiting to die.
I know.
It's like they just sort of, it's like, you know, the novelty wore off of life.
Life in the 50s.
Yeah, they got kind of bored of it. Life, in the 40s it was brilliant. All sat around the old Joannas, the bombs fell, singing. They loved that. The 50s, you know, that was great as well, because that was the post-war years. It was, you know, it was a bit tight in the pocket, but it was alright. Everyone pulled together. Then the 60s came along, all the crazy music, the funny hair.
Let's stay in bed.
Exactly. They basically stayed in bed. And it was one Christmas when my grandmother said to my dad, what do you like for Christmas? What do you fancy for Christmas? And this must have been, I don't know, 20 years ago. She said, what do you fancy for Christmas, Ron? And he went, well, you know, I could do with a nice big kind of warm winter overcoat. She said, don't worry about that. She said, don't worry about that, because your father will be dead soon. It's right, you can have his. Meaning my granddad. Well, to be honest with you, my father's still waiting. Which is good news. Good news for my grandfather. Less good news for my dad. He's freezing.
He's freezing. He finds out, how is he today? He's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm freezing.
It's such a weird mindset, that. I think it's that, to me, is what sums up people from that older generation, the 40s and 50s. And it seems to me that you've got that kind of mindset. It's like you were born in the 30s. And whenever you talk of your childhood, it's like you had like a baked potato to take to school. And a hoop and a stick as a Christmas gift.
The other thing is, I think that that sort of generation, it seems that the man is dependent on the woman. There's a total dependence.
Oh, absolutely,
If she dies, he's done.
Yes.
He's done for. Just pine away. If he dies, she's got 30 years of pottering.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and going to, like, you know, the youth club and the church.
I know what you mean,
It's sort of like that. It's sad. Of course, it's sad for them, but it's not the end of their life.
No, sure.
And it sort of is the other way around. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
That's a little melancholy thought for.
I know. I've really you brought it down. You've brought it down. I've brought it. This isn't a nice show at all. This is terrible.
Well,
we're going to have people just killing themselves.
Yeah. Listen, let me just tell you briefly, this is another example of how people can just exploit you and make fun of you when you're tall.
Yeah.
I was quite tall. I've always been like about 6'7" for quite a while now. And when I was about 16, I went to a big New Year's celebration in Bristol, where I come from. And everyone kind of congregates in this big sort of part of town, and there's sort of people dancing around, like in Trafalgar Square. And I was there, and somehow I just picked up a balloon somewhere along the line, one of those kind of helium sort of balloons, and I was holding that, sort of dancing around. And these two girls came up to me, and I was thinking, yeah, okay, you know, it's New Year's Eve, brilliant, you know, that's my kind of party.
Yeah.
They came up, they went, hey.
Once a year.
And they said, you going to be here for long? And I went, well, maybe. And they said, it's just that we've arranged to meet back at you in about an hour. I went, what do you mean? I went, well, it's just because we can see you wherever you are. Don't worry, you can move around and stuff. We'll see you with the balloon. Just arranged to meet some friends.
I love that. A landmark.
So
pilots use that. Oh, we're just coming in. There's when we see Steve Merchant, we'll be descending to Bristol Temple Mead.
What's really funny is New Year's Eve, Trafalgar Square, you got a huge column, but Steve is like the meeting point.
Steve's got a huge column.
Brilliant, Rick. Well done. Award-winning comedy from Ricky Gervais.
Weren't you in a car park once?
Oh, no. It was New Year. And we were all gathering up. You know, like in Trafalgar Square at New Year, everyone gathers and they have a big kind of party and stuff. Well, in Bristol, they do something very similar on a smaller scale. And I was there one New Year, I was with my friends, and I for some reason I picked up a balloon during the evening. You know, I don't know where I got it from, but I was holding this balloon, and these girls came up to me, and I thought, yeah, nice, you know, maybe a little New Year kiss. They came up, they said, hey, are you going to be here for a while? And I said, well, yeah, I probably will. They said, it's just that we've arranged to meet back at you at midnight. What do you mean? Because I was so tall, I had a balloon. I was towering above everyone else. I said, what? I said, we're going to meet back at you at midnight. They said, don't worry, you can go about your business because we can see you wherever you are.
This is where Nelson's column is.
No. No, this is in Bristol.
Oh, right, okay,
yeah. And so I'm sort of wandering around, and then at midnight these two girls turned up again, and some of these lads come and meet them, and they're sort of laughing and joking. I'm thinking, they're probably going to invite me back to a party. I watched them get in a cab. They went off. They had a wild night. But then I did have a balloon, so it was a great New Year for me.
I did have a balloon. Oh. You were going to tell us a little story about
just
a Volvo
passed my test. Yeah. My parents had a big Volvo estate, and there's quite a big car to drive.
My parents didn't have a car.
But I know you don't drive cars, Rick, but it's got a big car to drive if you've just passed your test.
It's safe though, isn't it?
It is very safe, that was the thing. Yeah. And I come from the West Country, obviously. There's quite a lot of windy lanes.
No, you're joking, do you?
They have cars there.
Well, here he comes. Blimey, Carl.
Learned on a tractor, automatic it was.
Do you want me to tell it or not?
Oh! Don't give up the accent! Oh no, I'm not a Wurzel. Go on. Oh. Go on.
So I went to this party.
You're never going to end up being from the north.
Not when he's telling an anecdote.
He's never telling an anecdote.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Yeah, go on.
So I went to a party, and I was quite excited because I had the car, the motor, and there was a chick heading down to the party that I was like, I had my eye on. And I thought, now I've got a car, and going to the party, it's going to be amazing, right? And various friends had said, like, can we get a lift? I thought, yeah, groovy. Yeah, I'll pick up the chick as well, who was a friend of a friend. Yeah. So cruising down to the party in the motor, the Volvo estate, and there's nothing sexier than that. Slipping a little bit of Billy Joel on the stereo or whatever.
Oh,
something classic. Exactly. And maybe it was Billy Ocean. I think maybe it was quite a Billy.
Maybe it was Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car.
Ideally. Yeah. So I get to the party, and inevitably it was one of those house parties where the chick that I had my eye on, she kind of was chatting to other guys, and she wasn't really paying attention to me, and I was sort of...
Trying hard to get, was she again?
Same old story.
Oh, they make me laugh.
They know how to tease, don't they, the ladies?
They make me laugh. Who are they kidding?
So I'd follow her like a dog, from room to room. Yeah. And watch her while...
literally, sometimes he was barking.
Yeah. And while, just watch her while she talked to other blokes. And then, obviously because I was driving, I wasn't drinking, so I was not really enjoying myself. And then somebody said, should we go and pick up Vera? And I thought, right, okay. And they went, Steve's got a car, let's all leap in there, we'll go pick up Vera. And this girl was like up for it as well, so I thought, brilliant, I'll be back in the car with her, away from all these lads. Yeah. One guy she had her eye on, he came as well. I was a little bit annoyed. Yeah. But anyway, he was in the car, so I'm driving down these country lanes, just driving along, and they're directing me, they're saying, go left here, go right. And then suddenly we stop, and one of them goes, just drive into that field, this pitch black field, right? And I'm sort of, well, it is my parents' car. Just drive in the field, Steve. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to, not seem like I'm a hard, cool, crazy kind of guy, because the chick's in the car. So drove the car into the field. They all leapt out, started running off into the darkness, shouting, Vera, 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 where are you? So I'm just sort of sat there in the car, waiting.
Wasn't Vera Lynn, was it? Because she likes to hide in fields.
Bizarrely, it wasn't. Right. It was just, I was just left in the car on my own with Billy Ocean, and suddenly, out of the darkness, they come back holding a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig that they had stole from a nearby farm, and they knew that the pig was called Vera because someone knew the farmer or something. Anyway, so they got this pig, so now they're going, I'll put the pig in the back of the car, we'll take it back to the party, it'll be hilarious. I'm thinking, well, I'm not sure I want a pig and all its, piggy crap in the car, right, crammed in there. But they say, yeah, so obviously I'm thinking again, I don't want to look like I'm, a nerd. I'm terrified of that, Rick, ever happened.
Yeah.
So,
So you go, hey, bring the pig into the car.
Exactly.
I'm no nerd.
Exactly.
Yeah, go
on. So now we drive off again. I got this pig kind of screeching in the back of the car. And, they say, stop again. Let's do some cow tipping. And they do that old thing, about the fact because cows sleep standing up, don't they? So you can push a cow over and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're having a wild time, hilarious. So this time, now we get to a sort of dead end in the road. And, they say, well, turn around, let's go back to the party. And I'm thinking, fine. Try and do a 3-point turn in this very narrow country lane, right? Get the Volvo estate wedged horizontally across the road. Can't get it out, just can't seem to sort it out. I don't know what, I'm panicking because there's a pig in the car, right? And, local disgruntled farmers, right? People drunk, partying, probably off their head on some kind of weed. Rick.
Well, was it loads of blokes with pitchforks and flaming torches
exactly.
going, burn him. He's playing with our pig.
Exactly that. And so that, I was so terrified that all I could think was they're going to have to send a helicopter to lower a magnet onto the top of the car to lift the car up and put it the right way around.
You used to read a lot of comics, didn't you?
Yeah. So, do you know what I started doing?
What?
Crying.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
So started crying, just very slightly, started getting upset. And the other guy that the girl fancied, he had to get into the driving seat and sort it out for me by slowly edging forward and backwards.
That's the worst bit of the whole story.
Yeah, edging slowly back and forwards. He just sorted it out, just slowly worked the car back round, and then we were off.
You were just gently weeping.
Just gently weeping in the back.
The bloke had just taken the bird that you saw from a distance.
Exactly.
That was basically your wife in your head by then.
Oh, yes.
Was it? I can't
We were
believe it.
happily married with a pig for a child.
Don't joke, that could happen.
I know.
The pigs come, if you like.
Sorry?
What?
What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
When you do what, Carl?
What? What did you say? No, what did you say? Because I don't want to have to go to the radio authority again. What did you say then? Just remember.
We are going out live, Carl.
Yeah, remember Tom Binns, right? What did you say?
What I'm saying is, why were they shouting Vera? Because pigs don't come to the name, do they?
Hey? I don't know the ins and outs of pig, you know, how to lure a pig into your trap.
Can I just tell you some very, very interesting things about pigs?
Please do.
Right. One, everyone knows they have a corkscrew-shaped penis, right?
A corkscrew-shaped penis. That's the tail, isn't it?
Two, they can't look up. They can't put their head back and look up, right? Three, they can have a 30-minute orgasm.
Rick, is it only pigs that have got a corkscrew-shaped penis?
No, and landlords.
Okay.
Very handy.
Right.
No, but you agree with me on that people who just, like, I can't stand noisy eaters, people who go...
No,
like that.
No, I do agree with that.
And people eating crisps, as I said before, people eating crisps in cinemas.
Well, anyone who's making noise in the cinema. It's an
I know.
absolute
Are
crime.
they must be mental. They've gone to see a film. There's people they don't know there. Everyone's paid £8.
And they're crunching away.
Oh, leaving their phones on.
I was in the cinema. There was a 16-year-old girl took a phone call in the cinema. The film was running. She went, "Hi, yeah, I'm in the cinema." Started having a conversation on the phone. I was thinking, how important is this call that you've got to receive? Oh, it's Tokyo ringing. Mr. Yakamoto's there. The deal's going through. It's Saturday afternoon. You should be up there hairdressers. I was in the cinema.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Yakamoto's coming round tonight, and we can't use my pad, so you've got to make him a meal.
Yes.
Don't you and your wife mug things up for me.
But I was in the cinema. It's not long ago, and I went to see that. I think I was off to see that film, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or whatever it's called. You know,
Well, they could be on the phone for that because there's subtitles. So it's not going to ruin it, is it?
It wasn't her. I was sat next to another woman. She was crunching away, big fat woman.
No, but he's got a good point there.
Loads of people could be on the phone in there and it wouldn't sort of niggle you.
Fine. Well, at least we've cleared that.
Imagine if that was true.
No, because, well, it's like when you go on the tube and read a paper. There's loads of noise, but you can still concentrate, can't you?
He's got you.
Do you know what
That's
I mean?
such a great point, isn't it?
Right, yeah, because it's so easy to lose yourself in that magic realism world, you know, with all the sound effects and music and surging, exciting noise, and there's a woman clattering on going, "Yeah, well, I'll probably meet you later, Stange. Should we get some Diamond White in and around by the park?"
Yeah.
Switch off. I do it.
Yeah, but we know what you're like, Carl.
Yeah, you can switch off, Carl.
It's like you can turn your ears off. That's the skill you
Well, it's
have.
not the ears, it's the behind the ears.
Yeah.
It's the process between the ears and the brain that you can switch off, so he can still hear all these things like a cat.
But I was in the one, there was this woman sat next to me, she was a big fat one, she was crunching on some popcorn. Again, that's a crime. Why they're selling popcorn in cinemas? I don't understand why
She
the
needs to
noisiest...
eat regularly, she's
why
fat.
the noisiest food in a cinema?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's come about.
Yeah.
Really makes me angry.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Smoothies. We want smoothies without straws.
Exactly. The trailer for that film AI, Artificial Intelligence, came on. Remember that? And the tagline was, "David is 11 years old. He weighs 60 pounds. He's 4'6" tall. He has brown hair. His love is real, but he is not."
Oh, yeah.
And she just went, "How old was he again?" To her boyfriend. Right? Just ruined everything. War film trailer comes on for some Pearl Harbor or something. She goes, "Yeah, I don't fancy that. Just announcing this, don't fancy that. Too many war films." So then the trailer, then the opening credit comes on for Crouching Tiger. Before that, you know that thing that comes up that says it's signed by the BBFC and it has the kind of certificate and everything, and that certificate to say what age you have to be to see it. That came up, and it said Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, in brackets subtitles. She went, "It's not subtitled, is it?" I thought this was the most famous foreign film for years. It won Oscars. It was a huge film. Everyone knew it was foreign. She goes, it went, and so the credits begin. It says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She went, "Stupid name for a film."
What? She just
She
wanted
paid
it.
to see it. She was with her boyfriend. So then it starts, right? And obviously it's in Japanese or Mandarin or something. She's like, yeah, and they're all talking in Japanese.
Japanese or Mandarin.
Whatever it is. So they're speaking in this, Japanese language, Oriental language. And she's going, "Don't they sound stupid? Hot ching chong 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 chong. Don't they sound stupid?" She was going, and then the subtitles come up, and it's quite a weird kind of strange language they're talking. And she was going, "Can't make the subtitles out either. It's both gobbledygook." Just wittering on every step of the film.
I totally agree with you. But what I like in your telling of it, I know you start getting quite
I'm
emotional.
genuinely livid.
But she went Mandarin or Japanese, some Oriental language. And
Well, I don't know what else.
It's a strange language. It's a strange language.
Well, anyway.
Oh, dear.
So then I moved I climbed over several seats, made a big huff of, make a big show of moving. Yeah. Sat next to a guy on the phone, just chatting on the phone.
Oh, I'd have gone mental at that.
So now I hate that film. I didn't enjoy it. I don't like seeing it. I don't want to even think of it.
It's subtitles, isn't it?
Well, rubbish.
Rubbish.
That's why I get videos.
Yeah, I should have thought that through, Carl. You're absolutely right.
Lamb Chop?
Yeah, let's play Lamb Chop. This is brilliant. This is from this CD that came out recently with Uncut magazine. Occasionally they put out some quite interesting free CDs. And this was one that had various covers of Rolling Stones songs. And a lot of them were, quite shoddy, but this was a brilliant, specially done, I think, for the CD. It's Lamb Chop doing a version of quite an obscure Rolling Stones song called Backstreet Girl. It's just beautiful. Let's hear it.
Steve, you got any other toilet-related anecdotes?
Rick, my life is just full of toilet trauma.
Yeah.
And Carl, you may not realise this, but a while back I used to host, this is bizarre, I used to host a radio show on the BBC World Service, right? Now, if you want someone who's the voice of integrity, the voice of intelligence, the voice of a nation, you're going to come to me. That's obvious. And I was broadcasting, so now they've got listeners of something like 50, 60 million people around the world. It's mental, the listenership of the World Service. And I used to host this show with someone
It's a big place, Steve.
The World?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And anyway, so I had to be into Bush House where they broadcast from 10 o'clock every Friday morning to broadcast around the world to 50 million people, right? And one week, I went to the toilet in my house, right? Everyone had left. I got there a bit late. I got up a bit late. Already against me. The clock was already against me. Had to be there at 10 o'clock, broadcast around the world. And we got 2 toilets in our house, downstairs one, right? And the door had already been a bit dodgy. It was one of those doors where you had to give it a bit of a kick as you went in. It was getting a bit tight. I don't know what the wood was expanding or something. I'm in there. And same thing again happens. No toilet paper. I think, oh, God, I'm going to have to somehow kind of make it up.
Why don't you check first?
I normally do, Rick. It's just on certain occasions when I'm bleary-eyed or something, I forget, or occasionally I forget. Normally I do check.
Right.
And you've got to bear in mind that it's not like this is happening every week. This is over the course of many years that these incidents have accumulated. So
you've condensed them.
For the purposes of this anecdote.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. And great. You're just brilliant to keeping the pace up of an anecdote there, Rick. You've just drawn in. I don't know where I am now. Anyway, I know where I am. I'm trapped in a toilet with no toilet paper. That's where I am. And I'm thinking maybe I peel off some of the wallpaper, things like that. But there's nothing I can do. I got to go upstairs. Well, exactly. But I'm going to have to go upstairs and find
toilet paper. Was there any?
There wasn't.
There wasn't. Oh.
I'm going to have to go upstairs and maybe find a notepad or something like that. Oh. And so I try the door. Right, the door's wedged. I'm pulling on the door and I can't get the door open. It's just like it won't come open. And it's already, and I knew it was going to come to this at some point. Like, this is like, the clock's ticking. I'm trying to pull the door open, trousers around my ankles again. And I'm thinking, well, what I could do is I could open the window, I suppose, and try and climb out. But not really, because I got the trousers around the ankles. And
or if it was raining, just stick your ass out, 2 birds with one stone.
Sadly, it was a beautiful day, Rich.
I call it the World B-Day.
And so what I'm thinking is, I got my mobile phone in there, luckily, because it's in my pocket. I'm thinking, well, maybe I could phone, I would seriously...
Kleenex.
Maybe I'll phone the fire brigade.
At this point, I mean, just dried.
No, it hadn't. It was...
Hold on. Was that little puppy not around? Because sometimes you can call that, it's got a little bit wrapped round it.
Listen.
Or just use the puppy itself.
There's 50 million people around the world going to need to hear my voice in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
And
where's Steve? He's not locked in the toilet again, is he?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
So I'm thinking about phoning the fire brigade, and I'm thinking, like, if I do that, it's going to be the first call that goes straight on the speakerphone.
Yeah.
For like the entire fire brigade service.
Everywhere. With a butch hero carrying you down over his shoulders with your trousers around your ankles.
Exactly.
Can I just not pull it up? No. You've got to be taught a lesson.
Yeah. But I imagine the idea of phoning up and going, hello there, I'm trapped in a room in my house. Oh yeah, which one is it? Oh, I don't need to know.
It's quite small. Is it?
Yeah. It's not the toilet, is it? Because we don't want to come and rescue someone who's trapped in the toilet.
Which service do you require? Paper?
So I think I can't find the fire brigade, the clock's ticking. So then I think one of my housemates is still in the house, but still asleep. So I phone the house number. Right, phone rings and rings and rings for ages. And eventually he answers the phone, right? Gets out of bed, answers the phone, yeah. Hi, it's Steve. All right, what's wrong?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I didn't wake up now. What are you doing? Just in the toilet.
Just downstairs in the toilet.
Oh, yeah, what are you doing? Well, I've finished what I'm... Have you got any toilet paper?
Any bog roll? Yeah. So he had to, kind of scrape together a few bits of paper, and sort of tinfoil or whatever he could find in the house.
A cactus.
Oh,
no.
Pass it underneath the door. Right? And then I said, can you move away from the door because I don't want you to hear me as I'm, wiping the... And so
he didn't say that?
Yeah, well, I didn't want him to, that's embarrassing.
Sorry,
that's embarrassing.
What were you wiping it with? Not tumbleweed. What do you mean? What noise?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Right.
So then I say, right, can you smash
Why was he hovering? Why didn't he want to walk away? Will you keep your, what was it, outside with a glass to his ear?
Yeah. Thankfully there was a window in the door, but it was frosted glass. You could just see my semi-naked body moving around. And so eventually I said to him, look, listen, I'm going to need you to sort of kick the door in. He said, well, I don't want to kick the door in because you're going to have to pay for it, aren't we? I go, yeah, but I got to go to the World Service. Well, yeah. And he was a lovely man. He's the weakest man you've ever come across. It's like if there's one person you don't want to have to throw their body weight against the door, it was him. He's like he'll snap before the door will. So he's smashing against
This
the door.
sounds like a fetish to me, though. He went in there and there you were naked with lots of toilet paper. And you go, oh, you've broken the door down and there I am naked. Again.
Oh, you've rumbled me, Rick. I wish I'd not told that embarrassing story on the radio. Like it wasn't embarrassing enough, you've just got to make it slightly more seedy.
Oh, so did he get it down?
He did it, yeah, and I got to the World Service with like minutes to spare.
Oh.
And interestingly, I told that story to 50 million people around the world.
You're joking.
Yeah.
Did they understand?
I think so.
I mean, is that a bit of a problem when you're on the World Service? Like, thinking of things that everyone can understand?
Yes.
Because you can't.
It's a bit like when
talk
talking to you, Carl.
Yeah, exactly, Carl. I think you're on thin ice there, worrying about people understanding what you're saying.
No, but you can't talk about stuff that's on the telly and that, because some people will say, oh, we haven't even got a telly here.
Oh, yeah, you're listening to XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
So let's carry on. Let's continue.
Well, absolutely. Well, obviously, Carl was out with me last night, and he saw that I'm, he knows I'm a ladies' man, and that was obvious. Carl, you could see the vibe around me, couldn't you? When the chicks were talking to me, and just remembered recently, actually, I was on a train coming back from hometown Bristol, and I was on the train, and this girl walks on, good-looking girl. I thought, hey, up, a largely empty carriage. I'm thinking, my luck's in, because I take every opportunity, Carl. That's the thing about me, I don't choose. She was a good-looking girl. She sat down. I thought she sat down right near me. I thought, brilliant. As this guy comes up behind her, and says, I think it's probably a boyfriend or something, sits down next to her. And I listened in on the conversation, obviously, because I'm pretending to read. It was very clever. I read the same page for hours, so I was pretending to listen. I was listening, but pretending to read. And I realised that it's not her boyfriend or anything. It's just some guy she's met on the platform. And I'm thinking, brilliant. If she's the kind of girl who's just going to start talking to someone, on a platform, on a train, brilliant, I'm going to be in here. Because he was only going one stop. So I'm thinking, what's the worst that can happen? He'll nick off, I'll get chatting to her, and who knows, I could join the... is there a train equivalent?
Foot High Club.
The Foot High Club, brilliant. And so I'm excited, I'm listening in. And it turns out that they're both kind of graduates who've just finished university, or they're coming to their finals or something. And they're chatting away, and he's making a couple of witticisms, and she's kind of tittering at his jokes. I'm thinking, well, I'll tell you this, if she's laughing at this kind of material, I am going to blow her away, with my kind of anecdotes and wry observations. It was weak stuff, I got to be honest.
Really?
He was coming out with nothing. He was running on empty, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And she was loving it. So I'm thinking, brilliant, I'm going to be right in here. And then they get moving on to higher brow things, and I think she was going to study kind of Marxism or something like that, or communism, something. And she was asking him, by way of conversation, she was asking him what he knew about Marxism, And he was fumbling for his vague knowledge of it that he had in his life. And I'm just sat there thinking, come on, love, in any given capitalist environment, the proletariat will revolt against their oppression by the bourgeoisie, and after a brief period of socialist rule, emerges a classist society governed by community cooperation.
Well, if that sort of talk wouldn't get a woman hot, I don't know what you'd use.
If Marx and Engels is not going to get a woman sweaty down below, then nothing is. Then my name is
You're
not
just
Steve
biding your time.
Exactly. I'm just going to go in for the kill any minute.
Yeah.
So anyway, it comes to his stop. Right, he gets off. I'm thinking this is a piece of cake, and he gets off, and off he goes. He walks off, and I'm thinking brilliant. And I thought, I'll wait. I'll wait till the train's pulled away. I'm not going to leap in straight away.
No.
And he comes back along the carriage, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute. He goes, listen, do you mind if I give you my email address?
Oh.
Right, and if you want to get in touch, email me. I'm thinking, come on, you loser, get off now. Save your face, please, before it's too embarrassing. She accepts the email address because she obviously doesn't want to hurt his feelings, whatever. I'm thinking, fair enough. She's a good woman. I'm liking her. I'm loving her. I'm thinking that's my kind of girl. So anyway, he gets off. I'm sat there, the train pulls away. I'm thinking, I'll wait a few minutes, I'll just, give it some time. Her phone rings. It's her friend on the phone. And she starts saying it, and I was listening in, and she was going, just met a guy on the train. I'm thinking, that's true enough. She goes, he was a good-looking guy. I thought, you're having a laugh, love. To be honest. Because I was looking at him, and she said to her friend, he looks a bit like tennis player Boris Becker. I thought, you should be so lucky, frankly, because I saw him. He had awful facial hair, if that's what makes him look like Boris Becker. Terrible little goatee beard. It was laughable. I thought, I don't know. And then she goes to thing, and she's like, I met him, we got chatting and stuff, and she was going, it's not often that you meet someone, generally in life, who's, kind of thoughtful and intelligent and funny. I thought to myself, I'm not even going to waste my time with you, love. Frankly, if that's what you thought of him.
You just walked away.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even bother talking to her.
No, you were
I
just
didn't even
above
waste
it.
my time with her.
If she thinks that bloke is not only great looking, but funny and intelligent, and she got on well, and he was polite, and it was a chance meeting, and he thought, and she thought that you were like a freaky looking dork who didn't even have the nerve to speak.
If that's what she thinks, then I don't want to know her.
I couldn't. You walked away, and good luck to you.
And I have my dignity intact.
Yes, and she's nothing.
Well, but no, I have to just say once though. This is my DJing credentials. I was once playing music at a Scout Jamboree. Yeah. When I was about 16, 17. Big gig. There was 1,000 scouts there. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And I tell you this, we were playing on stuff. They were loving it. They were dancing. It was in a big marquee. Right. I slapped on Smells Like Teen Spirit. Yeah. Right.
They went mad.
They went mad for it. They were moshing. They were climbing up the poles. The organisers were going, switch that off. Right. They're going crazy. And I was there going, no, that's what they like. I'm going to do it.
And it was like Footloose.
It was unbelievable. It was just like Footloose. Then I came in with Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of. The place went wild. Yeah. And they were trying to get me off the decks. It was like Bill Grundy interviewing the Sex Pistols.
And then when the head of them had you killed,
exactly.
Like there was some sort of mafia thing, and it was all hushed up. That the scouts went there one night with all candles, and they stood by a grave, and that was the end of the film. It was a film, I assume.
This genuinely happened.
I assume this didn't really happen.
Yes, it did. I swear to God, I was playing Smells Like Teen Spirit, and it went wild, and the organisers were going, switch that off. They're going crazy, and I was going, no, it's what they want.
Can I say something?
It was brilliant.
That to me, I've known you for about 4 years, and I've heard all things. That must be the highlight of your life.
Unbelievably so, yeah.
You've never had anything that good or exciting since, have you?
One day I hope to sleep with a lady, and hopefully it'll slide into second place.
Oh look, you're actually a little bit stressed there, aren't you? Because you had to drink last night, didn't you?
I had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
I was down at Steve's night. He was doing a bit of DJ. Yeah. Went down the store.
And that's why you're all grumpy.
What? Do you hear what he just said? What? I was DJing last night. Obviously that XFM evening.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. My friend and I split the time on the decks. Yeah. What was the word you just used?
He went down a storm.
We went down a storm. Right, 3 girls. I was walking to the toilets during my set. 3 girls went, you are a genius. Right? What's his name? Dane Bowers?
Why?
Zane Lowe?
Because you played records in a certain order.
Yes. No, sorry, Rick, if you can't deal with that. Sorry if you're a little bit jealous, because this time you can't share the award. All right?
Dear.
But it was my credit this time.
You can tell he hasn't been a DJ, because it's not just about...
It's not just about that.
The songs you play, it's the way you play them.
The way you play them, whether it's 33 or 45, very important.
Yeah, leave your hand on them as they're trying to go round.
But so 3 girls there, charmed by me, they loved it.
Yeah.
Zane Lowe, XFM DJ and MTV presenter, probably one of the coolest blokes alive. He came up, gave us massive respect. He said, I'm loving your set. He actually used those words, right? There were people coming up, they couldn't believe their luck. It was roaring. We'd stick on a track, people would cheer as it came on, right? My particular favourite, Carl, I think you'll agree, my particular triumvirate, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, leading straight into House of Pain, Jump Around, then straight into that current Elvis track that's been re-released, remixed by Junkie XL. I played the original, which I'd already played on XFM before. I'm already there, cutting edge.
Yeah.
Right?
3 old tracks, you mean?
3 old tracks.
In a row?
Yep. And I think the words that would best sum it up are, I kicked ass.
Great.
Rick. All right?
Well, I'm going to be kicking some ass today.
Hey, talking about DJing.
Go on.
You know, I did that storming set the other night for XFM.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Go on.
This was down at a little club, in case you aren't aware of it. Yeah. Anyway, I went to the Sony's the other night. Yeah. Carl Pilkington sidles up to me, slips me an envelope.
Go on.
200 big ones in there.
Did you get paid cash for that?
Yeah. £200. Taxman won't know about that. Cash in hand.
No, the taxman won't know, because, I mean, obviously no one who ever works in tax office is listening to local radio.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, so...
No, the taxman will know about it.
Yeah.
Because I'll declare it.
I would.
Put it, it's going straight down. I'll do it when I get home. Do it when I get in later on.
And don't write off rubbish that you buy anyway, like, you know.
No, I won't. No. I'll do it all above board officially. Fill it all in correctly. And so I'll send it now, I'll send it tomorrow so that you get it early. So it's not too busy for you, sir.
Oh, never mind.
But Rick, I just need to mention something quickly to you. When did I last see you? I saw you yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because we went up to Edinburgh yesterday. We were very nicely invited to go and talk at the Edinburgh International Television Festival. It was quite a big deal. We went up there and we were interviewed. And Ricky chose to go on the train because it takes like 4 hours. Is it 4.5 hours or something on the train? But it's quite leisurely. It's quite sort of gentlemanly thing to do.
Yeah.
I opted to go for the plane option and fly up there.
More modern.
Exactly. And they bankrolled that. They paid for it all. And that was all not very nice. And as I recall, when I last saw you, we got cabbed didn't we? And you asked if you could get the cab to drop you off at the train station.
Yeah.
And then it took me on to the airport.
Yeah.
Did I? Now that was before. The last time I saw you was before I got to the airport and missed my flight, wasn't it? Because I had to drop you off in the centre of town. Yeah, no, that was just before I had to pay £165 to upgrade to another ticket.
How did you not tell me that in the last hour?
£165, Ricky, I had to pay because we dropped you off at the train station. So, I mean, do you want to go halves on that, or how do you want to deal with that? How do you want to sort that whole mess out?
Why were you late?
Why was I late? Because we dropped you off in the centre of Edinburgh, and do you know how hard it is to get out of Edinburgh in rush hour traffic?
But it was only 3 minutes away, so you'd have missed it anyway.
No, because if we'd gone the other direction, it would have been 20 minutes. It took me like an hour to get to the airport. And I got there, and the plane had already left, and the cabbie was just laughing. He was saying, we're never going to make it. He goes, you were a religious man, you better start praying. I thought he was being facetious. He was absolutely right. £165.
But hold on, why didn't he tell you that when he picked up at 4:15?
It makes you wonder. So obviously I'm a little bit annoyed, because you know I'm not a man who likes to sort of spend unnecessarily.
But wait, this is not my fault, because you were there when we made that decision. I didn't impose this on you. We both decided that might be... It's both our fault. I mean, it's no one's fault.
It's both our fault. That's fair. That's all I wanted to hear. It's both our fault. Therefore, it's both our financial obligation.
No.
£165, just split that in half. Write a cheque, Rick. Write a cheque. It's fine. I trust you. You know.
Phone in. I think everyone. This is.
You're clearly irresponsible.
No, of course I'm not. If you share a cab and then one person's lucky enough to not be late and one person is unlucky enough, and that's what it is, bad luck. I don't think you share the obligation. It's a moral dilemma, this, isn't it?
But it's more than that, though, isn't it? Because let's be honest.
What?
Even if you had known that I was going to get there late, you'd have wanted me to hang around just so you weren't left around waiting for a train on your own.
No, because I got there...
you get bored sitting, don't you? So you'd have wanted me to at least got in that cab.
I got there way too early. I actually got there I was there about 30 minutes
so
early.
You made it fine then, that was...
Well, exactly, so I mean, I sacrificed me hanging around for half an hour so you could get it at 4:15. And the other thing is this, you were going to get it at 4:15 anyway.
Yeah, but I would, if I'd gone the other direction and not dropped you off in the centre, I would have been there in time.
Wow, would we?
Well,
is that true? Wow. Only God knows.
Well, and the cabbie. What I mentioned it to. So,
I'll tell you what will cheer you up. I'll tell you what's better than 80 quid. I'll tell you what's better than, shall I?
Go on.
Music.
What, are you paying the whole 165?
Listen, look, I've brought in a little track here. Bruce Springsteen off the Tunnel Love album. And I know you're a Springsteen fan.
I'm a Springsteen fan. We should just qualify this, because a lot of people who listen to XFM obviously a bit edgy about Springsteen. They just think he's this old, kind of ludicrous 80s rocker, the bandana, you know, the flying the flag, which he never really was.
No, that was Bon Jovi.
Exactly.
Don't confuse
Bon Jovi. But seriously, no, do you know what I mean? He did write some great music in the 70s, and he just got a little bit kind of pompous in the 80s, but he still turned out some amazing tunes, one of which I imagine is this one, Rick.
This one's called Brilliant Disguise.
Yeah. What about, are you a fan of any of the great English operas, like The Pirates of Penzance?
Yeah, Gilbert and Sullivan. To me, Gilbert and Sullivan were like probably their day equivalent of like Richard Stilgoe getting together with Tony Slattery. And then 100 years later, people go, it's brilliant. It is like, they might as well, I don't know, make any episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Right, yeah.
Into an opera, and in 200 years' time, we're going, that's genius.
Yeah.
Listen to this one, look, this is Party Quirks.
Yeah, Amdram Society staging Worst Step. Because I was in the Pirates of Penzance once in an amateur production.
You used to like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I did, that was
Although I did watch it when it first came on Channel 4 about 15, 20 years ago.
But we did the Pirates of Penzance when I was in an amateur dramatic society in Bristol, the Bristol Operatic Society, Light Operatic Society. I don't know why I was involved, because I can't sing. My audition, I thought, this is how desperate they were for blokes. I swear to God, right, I can't sing, you know.
Well, you?
Yeah, all right, calm down. And I went in and they said, "What are you going to sing?" I went, "Well, I want to surprise you." They said, "Do you want a piano accompaniment?" I said, "No, I don't think so." I went to the back. I swear to God, I went to the back of the room and I just sang, "Thumbelina, Thumbelina, tiny little thing. Thumbelina dance, Thumbelina sing. Thumbelina, what's the difference if you're very small? 'Cause when your heart is full of love, you're 6 feet tall." I just did that. And they just looked at me like I was the weirdest freak they'd ever had. Immediately put me in the chorus, because that was how desperate they were for blokes. We staged it, we rehearsed it. I couldn't remember the lyrics.
Thank God you were doing Thumbelina.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I couldn't remember the lyrics.
What was it for? Was it Gilbert and Sullivan?
It was the Pirates of Penzance. Oh. There weren't enough blokes, right? So that we had to double up. So some of the pirates had to double up as the policemen who were chasing the pirates. A little bit problematic in the scene when the policemen and the pirates have a fight. That was a little bit tricky. And the worst things, there's this sequence where, like, the daughters of the Major General all kind of like, oh, beautiful, something like, oh, beautiful little girls are we, la 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 la. And the women they must have all been over 40. I mean, real kind of toothless crones creeping around in their 90s.
Is it the sort of women that buy one of those sort of porcelain dolls from the TV and go, look, I've had a baby. It's not a real baby. It is a real baby. I'm going to stab you.
Yeah.
One of those.
Exactly. It's the sort of women that you'd see maybe on TV's Bargain Hunt. The kind of contestants you get on there. Those are women who sort of, they're in Amdram and they think they've clung on to their looks, but they have never made it in the guy who was playing there's a guy who's supposed to be an 18-year-old prince, an 18-year-old pirate, the Pirate King. He must have been 40 if he was a day. He also directed the show, though, so he got to prance around in these thigh-high boots. Ludicrous. It was so embarrassing. It was shameful, really.
I'd love to go to Amdram.
Amdram is a whole other world. It's such an incredible place, because there's so much backbiting and envy and...
Really?
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, it's worse than the real world of theatre and TV. It's unbelievable. Because the same old people get to do it every year because they can hold a note.
Can we go along?
You would absolutely adore it, Gervais. It is
film it, a secret camera.
Oh. Did I ever tell you about the time that my father, when I was younger, we went on holiday, my dad he'd bought a little boat. Little sort of wooden boat, make a 3-seater, and he and a friend of his went out with me in the boat. I was maybe 12 or 13. Went out and we sort of went, I think we were we had the little motor, outboard motor, chugging out. We just thought, we thought this was real seafaring stuff.
Brilliant.
We'd lost sight of the beach because we'd gone round a corner of like a mountain, or like a, like a cliff. And so we just round the corner, and there was this boy, like, just floating in the water. Not a boy, but like a boy. And, very tricky to explain that on the radio. It's the same word, isn't it? Boy, a boy, and a boy.
Yeah.
And so we float past that and we're just chugging along. The motor conks out. Oh, I can't believe it. We have to row back in. So they're rowing away. I'm just sat there. And we noticed that every time we sort of think we've got past this boy, it just seems to be back where it started again. And we realised that the tide is taking us to, but not taking us out, taking us towards these rocks. And we've got ravaged rocks. And we were a bit pretty scared because I can't swim very well. Or I couldn't at the time. I think when my dad had maybe bought, he didn't, I'll be honest with you, I inherited a lot of things from him. One of which was his carefulness with money. just the one life jacket.
How deep was the water?
Which I seem to remember he tore off my back and put on himself. So the water's pretty down. I mean, I'm not saying we would have necessarily died, but it was pretty scary because the boat, we were going to go crash into these rocks and stuff. It was getting pretty unnerving. And so they're sort of rowing like mad, we're just not making any progress. And we're beginning to think that this might be the end. And this boat, this kind of ferry boat, comes chugging by doing tours. Ching, 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 ching. And it comes by, and my dad goes, oh, wow. We were going, brilliant, they can help us. They'll throw us a rope, they'll tow us back in. He was going, you've got to be careful though, hang on, because according to the laws of the sea, if he rescues us, Steve, he can claim my boat. The laws of the sea mean he can claim my boat as salvage.
I love the idea of
that's like a reward.
Doing that.
But what I like is, his 12-year-old son might die, he's thinking about the boat.
I know, but also, the other thing, of course, is that I like the idea of this ferry master going,
yeah.
The boat be mine now, or take your son.
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
I need a new bed. That'll be just right. King size.
Oh dear, that's lovely.
I have to say, this is such a terrible confession. When I was doing a school play once, when I was about that age, 15, right, there was a girl who was in the cast with me, right, and she sort of, she was giving me the eye. I was thinking, well, I kind of thought she was, right? And
it was class.
But there was another guy. There was another guy there as well. I was sort of competing for her affections.
Oh no!
And he was quite a witty guy.
His name was Scott Hansen. He had long blonde hair.
Exactly. Yeah. And I thought, well, the way to impress her, because I was 15 or whatever, I thought I was pretty smart. I sat in one of the adjoining dressing rooms, reading a copy of the philosophical book Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which I didn't understand, but which I sat there reading it in the hope that she would walk in and think, my God, you're reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
You don't go with the crowd. You don't want to come next door where we're talking about nonsense and people are flirting.
We're talking about the bangles and curly whirlies.
You're in here saying,
saying, look, just, if you want to come and talk to me, you're welcome, but I'm not...
I'm a thinker.
I bet you thought you were Kwai Chang Caine, didn't you?
I thought it was like she'd think, Jesus Christ, I've never met anyone like him.
That is genius.
And I remember the one time she accidentally walked in, she went, oh, sorry, wrong room, and left again. And that was it.
Sorry, at 15, so this is about the time you took to wearing a bow tie to impress
slightly
people.
Younger wearing a bow tie.
I love that.
No, I used to watch a lot of Harold Lloyd films, and he always seemed to do very well.
I love it. I love the idea of at 15 you going, well, it's time I went to wooing. Right. Right, on with the bow tie. Where's the zen?
Where's the pipe and my bow tie?
Yeah, it's a time I got me a bow.
Yeah.
I love that. But songs are great as well. The other thing you do, sort of when you're about 15 and 16, is start writing songs about, like, the world's trying to take a piece of me. Hey, you think I'm going down? I'm coming back. I'm against the ropes. They try to drag me down. It's like you want to be Cool Hand Luke. Yeah. They put me in this emotional prison.
The man's on my back. Who?
Who? They try and take a piece of me. Who do? Well,
you're 14.
Parents and that, don't they?
You're really comprehensive.
The teachers. Yeah. I absolutely love it. I still remember a poem. I'll not say his name. We're about 14, 15, and we had to write a poem, and obviously everyone's was pretty rubbish, but we mercilessly took the piss out of this bloke because I still remember the poem, and how he did it is he went through a dictionary and found things with that, and this is a poem, right? Okay, remember? I've remembered this for 25 years, right? The reason why I had to die. Did I bleed the blood of greed? What was my destiny? And when we hear this, we were laughing. I mean, for a year, we would go, what was my destiny? It was just great.
I hear it again, I enjoyed
the reason why I had to die. Did I bleed the blood of greed? What was my destiny?
That's almost as catchy as Monkey News.
Oh, God! Oh! I've got some monkey news for you. Let's play a record and come back, and I've got some great monkey news for you, Carl.
But, because when I was younger, I remember being outside a post office once when I was about 10 or 12, and finding a purse, and thinking, oh, that's nice. Yeah. And opening it up, there was some money in there, and a pension book, and so it was obviously an old lady. I found an address, I sent it to her, and my mum said, you know, you've been so good there, you'll probably get a little reward. She'll probably send you a little reward. Nothing. I got maybe a thank you note, but no cash, no moolah, nothing.
Really? And
I was livid, because I'd been told that I was going to get a reward. I thought I've been a good Samaritan, nothing. So, many moons later, when I was at university, I learnt from that, and this is the most bizarre thing.
This explains a lot, doesn't it, Carl?
This is like the Mary Celeste. I went to a cash point to I thought, I can't get my card in here. And I realised there was already somebody's card in the machine. They put the code in, but then they just disappeared. They'd been kidnapped or something. So it was just there, waiting, sitting. It said, what do you want to do? And it gave you a number of options. I thought, interesting.
Steal or go to heaven?
Yeah, exactly.
You went, oh dear.
Yeah. Well, I pressed balance just to check what their bank balance was.
Unbelievable.
It was a considerable sum of money. I'm not going to lie to you. It was not typical student debt. It was like, I think they were a foreign student. There was a lot of cash in there, a lot of money.
Did you feel a slight bulge in your trousers when you saw the amount of money?
I couldn't believe my luck. I thought to myself, now then, I could just take that card out and hand it in, or I could teach them a small lesson.
Right.
And maybe give myself a reward, because last time I did that, I didn't get a reward. So if I give myself £30, then I'll take the card out.
30?
Give myself 30.
Yeah. You didn't really?
Well, I thought that's a good reward. And I went in, I handed the card in, I took that.
Steve,
and that's a little reward for me. And I'll tell you this, don't think it's evil, because I went in and I bought everyone a drink.
Well, brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't tell them I got the money free.
Well done. Excellent. So probably gangsters are quite generous with the money they've stolen from other people.
Yes, but someone's negligence, Rick, has lent... the thing is this,
Steve,
right?
I believe it, except that buying people a drink, Carl. What do you think?
Well, I kind of thought that when he said it, but then I thought, but they'll be buying him back.
So he's still...
So in a way, he's still a winner.
Yeah. Everyone's a winner in that situation, including the student, because frankly, if there had been a less scrupulous person who found it, they'd have probably helped themselves to a considerable sum.
I cannot believe he did that.
There was thousands and thousands of pounds in there.
What if Beadle jumped out and slapped you with his little claw and said, we've been filming this merchant?
Well, so what?
How old were you then?
I don't know, 19, 20.
Would you do it again, or was it just to get the world back for the old lady's purse?
possibly do it again, yeah.
You're joking.
Well, you've got to think of it this way. You've got to think of it as there was a lot of money in there, and someone less scrupulous than me would have taken a fortune. They'd have cleaned them out. Whereas I just took a small reward, which I thought was more than enough for someone's negligence. And I've returned the card. They've got the card back. Everything's fine. Think of someone else. I could have gone on a spending spree. I could have been buying stuff, all sorts.
Yeah, but it wasn't yours at all.
Yes, but they probably would have given me a reward. And because, you know, sometimes people forget or, you know, they don't give you a reward, I thought I should take it myself.
You had to go at your dad for nicking a loaf of bread out of a phone box.
Yeah, but that's because it's for old people, geriatrics and stuff.
How do you know how old was your people who you were robbing from?
It was on a student campus.
Well.
Wow.
I thought it was excellent behaviour. I thought it was
that's
good, honourable behaviour.
That's showing another side to him, isn't it?
What would you have done, Carl, in that situation? And tell the truth.
I might have helped myself a little bit.
There you are.
I don't know what this is helping yourself a bit.
Like you say, just sort of, you know, send them back and sort of say, you know...
If you find a £1 coin in the street and you can be bothered to bend over for it, then have it. But someone's cash point card or personal belongings...
I'd let them know, though. Did you send it to them and say, I've service charge included. I've took that out already.
No, I handed it in to the...
Let them know? What do you mean you'd let them know?
I'd say, you know, you're lucky here. Right, I just took, I'd probably said 20, actually. Okay. Because that's just like one note.
Sorry, right, okay. You are winding me up.
No, I'm not. I mean, not for once. I mean, I know what Steve's like. He is tight, right? He is. And you know that, don't you, Steve?
Financially, you mean?
Well, no, I mean, just the way you are. You're very sort of, you know, you're not wasteful with your money.
I'm careful. No, I'm not wasteful. Absolutely right.
No, but to the extreme.
Not towards the extreme. Not towards the extreme.
No.
Look after the pennies. The pounds will take care of themselves. All right? Simple to remember. Good advice.
Yeah,
all right?
But the thing is, right, I know that I take the mickey out of you for, like, you know, the way you look and stuff.
Sure.
Right?
Well, I'm right back at you.
But the thing is, you can't help that.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you something that women don't like.
Sure.
And it's fellas who are tight with the money.
Sure. I'm not frugal with money with ladies. I'm frugal with money with you.
Well,
I've got no reason to splash money out on you.
I've never seen you splash money out.
Well, you've never been out with me.
Steve, have you ever splashed out on a lady?
No, but I hope to one day. The right lady.
Play a record.
Sorry, just suddenly struck me something. I don't know if I mentioned it before. You mentioned that you tried to catch your guy out when you came back once. You opened the door really quickly to see what he was up to. Did I ever tell you when I was at university? Now, I'm very tall and I've got enormous feet. Size 14. Size 14 shoes. And when I was at university, everyone, it seemed to me, was wearing Dr. Martens. It was like you had to wear a pair of Dr. Martens. It was kind of the rule.
Dr. Martens was big for you. Yeah,
so that's a big pair of Dr. Martens. That's where the myth of the old woman who lived in a shoe, I think, came from. People with my size shoes. Anyway, I just literally kind of moved to university. I'd been there for like literally a couple of months. And obviously in that first period, you're quite keen to kind of, you know, reinvent yourself, strike yourself, you know, try and give an impression of perhaps being quite sophisticated, worldly, cool, all those things that, you know, you've left behind all your childhood friends, so you're trying to, you know, develop something.
But you didn't bother, you didn't?
What, sorry?
You didn't bother?
No, I was working hard on it, and I was kind of, you know, I was doing alright, you know, and I had a tie-dye shirt, and everything, you know, I was looking good. And, so I was trying, you know, working hard to try and seem kind of cool and not freakish. And I came back from studies once, and I came in, and there was a little old cleaning lady that kind of would always come in every day and clean up our halls of residence. And I came back, and my door of my room was open, and there was like a little huddle of people just peering in, right? And I thought, this is odd, you know, that my door's open and I'm not in there, and there's people staring in the door. And I looked in, and the little cleaning lady had my Dr. Martens on and was clumping around.
Making them all laugh,
doing an impression of me.
That's amazing.
Imagine that. Imagine the psychological scars that has.
I know that she's more popular than you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they go, come on, Maud, let's go to the JCR. Exactly. And they carry her down. They go, drink. And she goes to, Steve, you better have that spotless by the time I come back. You go, all right, I will. All right.
But what I like is the fact that I'm sure that's not part of the cleaner's code. The cleaner's code is you don't have the keys to everyone's room so you can go through their belongings and and play practical jokes. I mean, surely it's a kind of, there's a trust.
She must have looked like a wall bracket with I went bowling with him once the first time, and we went bowling at this place. Where was it? I mean, Finsbury Park. And I'd never been before. And he goes, "You got to wear special shoes." I went, "All right." He went, so. He goes, "Have you got size 14?" And she went, "Yeah, I've got one pair." And she put them on the table, and they look like crusty. Honestly, honestly, it looked like. It was. I just started laughing because they're so long and thin anyway, and they're multicoloured, aren't they? They're two colours, and it looked like Krusty the Clown's feet. And then this teacher just went, all right, 14. That is big, isn't it?
It is a huge size shoe. You're right. Yeah,
and it was just the one cleaner in them.
Just the one, sadly.
She did have loads of kids eventually and brought them up in there.
You were talking about renting an office. I'm a little bit intimidated because I'm just at the moment thinking about trying to buy a flat or something because I'm just tired of pissing money down the drain every month.
I know, yeah.
And, but I'm really petrified. I've put it off because I'm really gullible. When I'm confronted with anyone in a suit who sort of knows what they're talking about, they can sell me anything. I'm intimidated. It's like, you know, you're supposed to go in there and you're supposed to sort of act like you're the guy with the money. This is what I want. This is what no. But I go in there and it's like I'm afraid they're going to say, "Clear off. I don't want to sell you a house. I'm not really interested."
Have you ever thought of like really putting on sort of like some sort of cool air? Like, sort of like kicking the door and going, what's that, Oak? Is it like, you'd be found out in 30 seconds, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
You'd go in there, you'd stub your toe, and they go, "What, you give? I can't put my toe, I'll put my toe."
Exactly, yeah.
Brilliant.
Just tapping the walls.
Yeah, tapping the wall. What's the rates? What rates? I don't know.
Well, do you remember, I don't know if I told you before, I wanted to buy a laptop computer, and everyone said, go up Tottenham Court Road, and I was reading like magazines and stuff, they were saying haggle, make sure you haggle, make sure you're planning to haggle, get the best deal you can. And I found a shop which was selling the computer I wanted, and I went in there, and I had this whole plan in my mind of what was going to happen. He was going to say, like, "It's worth this." I'm going to go, "Well, look, I can get it cheaper here, I want to buy it from you, I'm going to haggle, and off I went. So I went in the shop, and I said, "Yeah, looking for this, interested in this Toshiba. How much is it?" He went, "Oh, it's 1,500 quid. I went, "Sure. Okay." I said, "I'll give you 1,300. He went, "It's 1,500. And I said, "Sure, but I'm willing to give you 1,300. He went, 1,500. And I was done already because he hadn't even begun to haggle. And I was assuming he'd at least go 1,400 and we could start, but nothing. So now I was screwed. My whole plan went out the window.
Yeah. What did you do? Just leave?
No, I said to him, the thing is, I can get this computer cheaper down the road, but, you know, I like what you're providing here. I like your service. I've had good stuff about you." It was amazing. I said, "I've heard good stuff about you." And he went, I said, "Seriously, I can walk down the street, I can buy it there for cheap, for like 1,400. And he went, "Well, see you later then." And I was like, right. So I walked out the place. I said, "Well, I'm going to have to leave then." And I walked out the place, and of course I wanted to get it from there because it was still the cheapest, so I had to walk back in again. I went, yeah. I've just had some second thoughts. Listen, I'll tell you what, I'll pay the 1,500. Can I get a free carry case? He went, "The carry case is free anyway." I said, "I'll take it."
The carry case is free
I got nothing.
No, but how much would you charge for that if it was on sale? Carry case a tenner. Well, let's just say it is a tenner. Give it to me for free. And he went, "No, it's a tenner." And you went, "Well, you said it was free a minute."
Yeah. It's just pathetic.
That is lovely.
It's having to walk out making a big statement and then come back in again.
Oh dear.
So I'm really scared. I feel like I need someone to come with me and do all the talking. You know what they're talking about. Because I'm not going to be able to tell if there's subsidence or if there's damp or...
No, but you don't do that.
Don't I? Is that not my responsibility?
No, you get a survey done.
Sure.
And they charge for that, and then you don't have to go around doing it yourself.
Right. Could I make a saving if I did it myself?
Yeah, this should be over.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the wall, Steve.
Yeah,
but what's a hole in the wall?
Put some newspaper over that.
In Chaucer's day, that was the toilet. That'd be fine.
I'll tell you, you're going to go along later to the Live 8 gig and you're probably going to see some bands that are going to make an effort to entertain you. But if you want entertainment, Rick, you know it. There's only one person to book.
Go on.
Me. If you perhaps something to do, because I'm obviously a top DJ on the radio, but where I really come into my own is DJing in any kind of club environment.
Well, you told me you were DJing, I didn't go to it, DJing at a party, and you said the place was rocking.
The place was roaring.
And I loved it. Carl just said he was there and they weren't.
Well, that's nonsense, Carl, because you know very well that when I'd put on a tune, they'd cheer.
Yeah, but it was late on in the night. They would have done that, whatever you put on.
That's nonsense.
No, they were happy and everything. I'm not saying they weren't having a good time. It was your party. It was all right, but they weren't going mental like you're sort of making up.
They were definitely going mental. When I put on the Proclaimers, they could not believe their luck. They would have walked 1,000 miles.
Was it good though? Were they really? What were they doing? They were dancing, were they?
Dancing and that, but they weren't sort of cheering, going, more and all that at the end.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Take On Me came on. The big cheer went up.
Oh, I don't know who to believe.
I've been there, done it, Steve. I've been the DJ as well.
It might be jealousy. It might be like
professional jealousy there.
Yeah.
I think it's because my fortunes are on the up and these are on the down. We all know famously that he had
Pilk was making music.
His DJ outfit.
Didn't happen.
I did enough. I just wanted to do enough to pay for the equipment, and I did. And that was that. But I don't like crowds, do I?
But you're safe, aren't you? You're behind the little thing with the flashing lights.
But there's still a lot of people and that. Forced fun. Don't like that.
It's not forced fun. They haven't got to dance if they don't want to dance.
Yeah. Don't like it.
What do you mean your fortunes are on the up? Anyway, DJing.
Well, I'll tell you, I was hired. Well, I say hired. I did it as a favour to a friend. His wedding the other week. And I got there, I was thinking, because everyone had their little role to play, and then people were doing a good job.
I love you taking it seriously.
And I spent ages putting together some CDs, special selection CDs.
I love that!
Because what I did was I burned them on iTunes.
Did you turn up with your own headphones round your neck?
Own headphones, wearing a suit, but headphones.
Metal case.
Didn't need it, just had them all in one small box.
Brilliant.
Boom. I thought this is good stuff. I got some classics here.
Give me an example. Give me an example of the first hour, the warm-up hour.
Rick, I'm coming straight in with Frankie Valli, Oh What a Night.
Brilliant track.
I mean, when those beats start at the beginning, who's not getting on the dance floor? Wait a minute, what's this following it up?
Go on.
It's the Jacksons.
What, I Want You Back?
I Want You Back.
Brilliant. It sounds good at the moment, Carl.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna roar this back because they laid on a good spread. The ceremony was nice, food was nice. I'm thinking this is going to be the piece de resistance.
Yeah.
Alarm bell started ringing.
Why?
When I realised there was a marquee outside. Of course, it's a balmy summer evening. I'm stuck inside on the dance floor. So I'm thinking I'm going to be struggling here to get them in. Even with flavours like this, I thought I'd struggle, Rick. So I'm sat there in my suit. I'm sat behind this little DJ console. I've got all the big numbers. There's one or two people making some token effort, but frankly, most people are outside everywhere. I was livid. Of course, they couldn't hear it out there. So I was playing to an empty room, really, and I was furious. I was absolutely furious. Because, I mean, what is, they're wasting my time. They're wasting now. I could have just stuck the CD on and got out.
They're wasting Frankie Valli's.
Frankie Valli's time.
They're wasting the Jackson 5's time.
They're wasting, D-Light's time.
Yeah, yeah.
And, so I'm sat there, and there's a couple of people making a cursory effort. Mainly when they come to get a drink from the bar, they might have a little quick, couple of twos.
You shout, we don't want your
not interested.
All of you or no one.
All of you or no one at all. And, then there's a microphone set up because people have been doing speeches. This little girl gets on the mic, right? It's being funneled through the speaker system. So every time I put my headphones on...
Miss Dynamite, was it?
It wasn't, sadly, Miss Dynamite. Although she decided to have a little go at MCing. She was screeching a little head
How
off.
old is she?
Oh, I don't know, 8 or 9. At their most annoying. when children are their most annoying, because they got a bit of confidence there. They're a bit cocky. They're not shy anymore. They're a bit arrogant.
Yeah.
She's screeching her head off, so I'm playing, and she doesn't know it.
Your face!
I'm playing into the groove. No one's getting into the groove because she's going mental. She's just going, what's this? I don't know what this is. Play something I know. I'm thinking I haven't got any bloody DJ Otsu or Crazy Frog. I'm not going to play what you... So she's just screeching along, ruining it for everyone. I say everyone, there was no one there. So she was ruining it for me.
I bet you were really angry.
I was furious. But of course as well, every time she screeched, it went through my headphones. So, of course, and then her dad comes along, right? And I'm thinking, all right, he's seen what's happening.
Just imagine you in your suit, sweating, getting annoyed at someone ruining your set that no one's listening to.
I think, her dad's coming over. He's going to put pay to this. He's realised that, she's causing a disturbance. He comes over there, joins in.
No.
Sits her on his lap. He's just saying, she's having a whale of a time. I'm thinking I'm furious. I'm thinking it's his responsibility to shut her up. He's not going to do anything. What can I do? I can't step in.
No.
And I know very well that if I interfere, he's going to say, oh, well, she's enjoying herself and no one's dancing anyway, and we've just got into a fracas. Yeah. I didn't want to start a fight.
No. Because I don't know, but he'd have knocked you out, wouldn't he?
Someone would have got knocked out. And I'm not saying who it would have been, but, but to bear in mind, Rick, there would have been 2 of them. And, so I didn't want to get into a fight with him. And, anyway, so I'm playing. Anyway, so my friend came along. He realised what was happening. And I didn't have the guts to unplug the microphone. Because he'd have known, you see.
Yeah.
So I got my friend to do it when she had her back turned. So he pulled the plug out. The microphone went dead. She went, what's going on? I went, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, I don't know. She said, where's the microphone? I said, you must have broken it. I don't know what's going on. Someone will probably make you pay for that. And anyway, at least we shut her up.
That is great.
great.
But it really went from bad from worse. And you know, there's that thing when you panic, you start panicking, so you're putting on a lot of flavours that you would have saved till the last hour.
What are we talking? Boom, boom, shake, shake.
Exactly, you're throwing him in early. Love Shack's coming on way too soon.
Really?
Oh, Love Shack before 11. It's heresy, but I had to do it. But anyway, in the end, I made the bride go and get some people in. I said, look, it's your special night, all right, and they're going to enjoy this.
I'll be honest, love, this is a washout, and it's up to you to turn this wedding around, or I'm walking.
And I tell you, they're going to have a sour memory of this evening unless you bring some people in.
Everyone in dancing.
So she got him in at the end,
Brilliant.
And I'll tell you this, Carl. I mean, I don't know what you say, but they were loving it. They were absolutely loving it. A bloke came over and said, have you got Amarillo? I said, no, but I put on something even better, Delilah. Wedding crowds always go for Delilah. A song, of course, about old man killing his wife. It always goes down very well, strangely, at weddings. They get into a sort of hokey-cokey thing. They went berserk for it. And I was following it up with, I had the monkeys, I had all sorts going on.
Brilliant.
Of course, you know what happens. What? I'm going great guns. People are absolutely loving it. They're rocking it. I throw in, I had something cracking on at the end. Come On Eileen, of course, was on. People were going berserk for it.
Which is unfortunate because the bride's name was Eileen.
Yeah. And then the bride pipes up. I'm throwing the bouquet. So they all traipse off outside again. Oh. I was furious.
Oh, no.
I plugged the microphone back in. I said, what are you doing? We got, but they went out there. And, of course, you can't get them back once they've done that because all the women are running around. I got the thing. And then they got to wave everyone off, throw the confetti.
They ruined your day.
I was having a great time and they ruined it.
She ruined your special day.
She ruined my special night.
Oh, no.
It's on her head.
What would you put on about now, Carl?
What if I was DJing?
Yeah.
Probably about a world party.
Go on.
Interesting.
104.9 XFM. You all right? This is Carl, producer of Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant. They're not about today. Ricky's on holiday. Steve couldn't be bothered. So I'm left here with all the DATs. That's a digital audio tape of all the shows they've done since they've been here over the last, year and a half or something. So we'll play you some of the best bits. All right, so here's the first bit.
I had some exciting news this week, Carl. You'll be pleased to find out. I'm worried that you might get a little bit jealous because it's obviously going to impact on your world quite strongly. Because I know you think you'd like things to be quite samey. You like the status quo to be maintained. You like the fact that in the past, we've had some crosswords. Because I remember. What did you think of me when I first walked in? When I first came in on the first day of XFM?
I don't know why you're making a big deal out of it. Because I'm just being honest, though. I'm just being honest about a lot of people who see you for the first time sort of go, well, he's a bit weird.
I know that, Steve, that you brought it up, and then you're again.
But I'm sure that wasn't what he said before.
No,
did he say before?
Well,
he's a bit weird.
Yeah, well, he looked at you, and I knew. I could see by the look on his face. You know when your kid, and your kid's sort of scared of something, and they go, "Why's your kid?" He goes, "Oh, he doesn't like pigeons or spiders." Right. It was like that when I saw Carl, and I brought you in, and I went, "What do you think of that, Carl?" I could see the look on his face that he was disturbed.
Sure.
And then, as he said, you get used to it, don't you?
Yeah, you get used to it. And you have changed a little bit. Your hair's a bit smarter now, and you got some nicer glasses and that, I think. Or I might have just got used to it.
Whoa, don't bring it up, Steve. Don't look at me like that.
So you say that you think some other people in the office thought the same? Do you know that for sure?
Carl.
Did you discuss it?
Carl.
Yeah, I think they do, yeah.
Okay, leave it there then.
But not just in the office, as you walk through the building.
Oh, it's worse than you ever thought.
Well, no, it's not worse than I ever thought because, as you well know, Ricky Gervais, what did I do on Thursday morning?
Oh, is this the thing...
For those that perhaps are not of the female persuasion listening, there's a magazine. Apparently it sells quite well. It's one of the sort of female, issues magazines. I think it's called Company Magazine. It's like your sort of, I guess it's a bit like your Moore or your Vanity Fair or whatever. Anyway, they run every year the 50 most eligible bachelors in Great Britain section. Ding dong, hello. Who's in there this year? In the 50, in the top 50 of the entire country.
And then they vote, and they put them in order and see who's the most eligible bachelor.
But that's 50 people, right? It always annoys me slightly because bachelor, it kind of seems like a more sophisticated word for loser.
Yeah,
doesn't it? Which always sort of unnerves me
slightly. And also they try and do a different 50 every year, so they're getting pretty desperate to get different ones.
No.
Because also a lot of people who are sort of like successful, are married, so there's very little to...
No. There's a huge... I don't know if this is international. It could even be international. I'm not sure, actually. So I could be up there with the likes of Justin Timberlake, etc. So Fred Durst...
Yeah.
That sort of person, you know. So anyway, this is what's exciting, right? Although I'm slightly frustrated because they were telling me that last year, all right, because what happens is the readers of the magazine, they vote for who they think is number one most eligible bachelor, right? Last year, the prize was a 2-week trip in the Bahamas. Okay. This year, I'm rather annoyed because all I'm going to win is a moped. That's the prize this year. That's the prize this year, a moped.
Whoa, backtrack.
What?
Sorry? Last year was a 2-week trip to Bahamas, and this year
just a moped. All I'm going to get is a moped.
All you're going to win is a moped.
Yeah,
you've got no chance.
You've
got no chance. Who else is in it? Who else is in it?
Well, I mean, I don't know lots of people you'd never heard of. I know Duncan from Blue.
Ding. So you're second to him at least already. I imagine you're going to come behind the other 49.
Because there'll be people voting for me. They get to vote for me.
Yeah, Steve.
They'll see my photo and then they can vote for me.
Yeah, according to Heat, I was 22nd most sexy man in the world.
I better take that helmet back.
I would.
Rick, you may remember that last week we opened with some quality knob news.
Knob news, yeah.
It was
Hitler's knob.
Hitler's knob was one of them. That just sparked off into a whole bunch of other kind of knob-related discussions. Yeah. And I'm pleased so far to see that we're almost at the halfway mark for this first hour. And so far we've only talked about nudity and/or todgers. Yeah. So excellent work from us. Well done, lads. Yeah. I'm looking forward to Dr. Fox and the rest of the Sony award committee listening to this one.
Yeah.
But more knob news. I don't know if there's a jingle for that, maybe.
You nearly had me eye out. Knob news.
Knob news, excellent. This is an extraordinary story. A woman tried to sue her bosses for £210,000 after finding a cooked penis in a canteen stew. Hospital cleaner Sophie something, I can't pronounce that name, was eating goulash for lunch and could not cut one of the lumps of meat. You can see where it's going.
I've got so many questions already.
I know. She picked it up and tried to chew it, but it was too tough. Then she inspected it with workmates, who all agreed it was a penis. Imagine that discussion.
Yeah.
Miss McLata said she vomited for the rest of the day, instantly became a vegetarian, and had to have psychiatric help. It's not known whether the organ was from a human. The case continues.
Well, it can be found out, so that's one thing. Obviously, the doctors aren't confused. They're not going, I don't know, I've never seen one like it.
Yeah.
Also, why is she eating goulash?
I know.
I mean, that is my first question. Why... You got your lunch. What do you want? I fancy some goulash.
Yeah. Some gooly lash.
Gooly lash,
thanks very much indeed.
Lancashire cockpot. Is on the menu.
Brilliant.
Only £5.50.
Wangers and mash.
I'd love some wangers and mash, please.
Coq au vin.
Coq au vin.
It's already done for
There's wangers and mash, coq au vin, Lancashire cockpot.
That's just off the top of our brains.
Yeah.
So if you've got any of your own, keep them to yourself. We're not interested. What do you make of that knob news?
And he's in a hospital.
Yes, it was a hospital cleaner. You're right.
Oh,
cleaner.
God. I know how your mind's thinking already.
There's been a mix-up.
There's been a mix-up?
What kind of mix-up?
I love that. Some bloke's gone in. Some lesbian's gone in, wanted a sex change. She's got a carrot for a cock.
Stewing steak.
Stewing steak. Oh, that would be great. So on then, do a film review, quickly.
Right. Well, today on film review, we're doing classic films, and today we're looking at Elephant Man, John Merrick, one of his better pieces of work. It's a sad film. I've never really been able to watch it all the way through.
Sorry, John Merrick's better piece of work was him being the Elephant Man, played by John Hurt.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Sad film. When I was younger.
Tell us a bit about it. What is it about?
Who's John Merrick? It's about a fella who's got a funny head.
Right, tell us this.
And, he lives in, I think he lives in London, in about the 1930s or something like that. And he's being picked on all the time and stuff. And first time you watch it, you'll probably cry a bit. And then the second time you watch it, you're just sort of thinking, God, that would be bad. Sort of having a head like that being picked on all the time. Then the third time you watch it, you might think, how does he get his jumper on? Then, I don't know, I'm probably bored of it the fourth time. but it's well worth watching, so Elephant Man...
Brilliant.
Yeah, see it.
Brilliant.
I think if you want to get on TV, Carl, you'd be better as the subject of maybe like an omnibus documentary. Living with Carl.
XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. Tell us about this monkey, Carl.
You're going to love this one, Steve, right? So last week we were talking about how, like, a lad left his family because there was problems at home and that. He went and lived in the wood. He got airy. Right?
No.
Leave it there, Rick. We haven't got time to go into it.
Right, so...
That's what happened.
And that's what happened. He lived with the monkeys. He went airy.
That's what happened.
Looked into some other stuff about, like, airy kids and all that.
Yeah.
Came across this story about a bloke, right, who worked in a zoo.
Oh, dear.
Right? So...
Trouble's brewing.
Loving his job and that, but it's quite a lonely sort of job because you don't see many people. You're just dealing with animals all the time, right? So anyway, he gets a bit pally with a monkey because it's the closest thing to a human.
Well, that ape is.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't really go that close to apes. They're dangerous.
What do you mean? What type was it? Do you
Just
mean
let him tell the story.
Was it a chimpanzee?
I reckon it was a chimp, yeah. Yeah,
You don't even know, so
it was
that's
a
an
chimp.
ape.
It was a chimp. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it?
So he
It's
gets
the story.
pally with him.
Right, so he gets pally with
Well,
him.
did they go on holiday together?
Well, no, I mean, it starts
On the
off
pool together.
just checking each other out and, probably sharing lunch and that together.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, this goes on for a while. They're getting on well on that. And then after a while, right, the monkey starts sort of imitating him a bit more and sort of walking upright.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right? So he thinks, oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, they get on really better and what have you. So he thinks he could live at home with me, because we're getting on a storm. Yeah. Right? So he takes him home, and before
Is this the beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? I think it is. I think you've seen this on video.
I'm worried, because he's already imitating him and they're moving in together. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit like Single White Female. Single White Zookeeper.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, so anyway, so he's moving in and it's getting used to sort of the normal human life. He's having a cup of tea in the morning.
Yeah, PG tips.
He finishes the day off with a...
Oh, dear.
Finishes the day off with what?
He doesn't have to move a piano at one point, does he?
He finishes the day off with a little brandy?
Yeah.
He pours himself one. Is he wearing a smoking jacket?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Carl. You're a maniac, mate.
No, this is why it attracted me. It's amazing, right? So he's having his brandy and that, loving his life. Next thing you know, he sort of... I don't know if he loses it or he gets shaved, but the top half of his body is hairless. Right, apart from his head. Right, so he's got a nice.
So it's the opposite of the kid.
Well,
yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
That would happen.
Right.
Well, hang on, but so you don't know if he's shaved or if it's
How did it say? Then the hairless. What?
I'll bring it in for you, the story, and then you can see if I've gone wrong.
Keep going.
So anyway, so this is going on, and he's having a great life. Then the zookeeper starts getting a bit annoyed because he's having a better life than the zookeeper. The zookeeper's in the zoo.
This is such rubbish.
So the zookeeper's still got to do a day's work. The monkey's at home, he's partying.
Well, it gets to a point when he says there's no point you coming in to the zoo because the whole reason of you being there was because you're being kept there.
Right.
And he didn't want to bring the memories back, so he said, you stay at home. So
you're talking such...
Just let him finish.
God, I don't know if I can sit here and listen to this drivel.
I'm fascinated.
It's nearly over anyway, right?
It sounds extraordinary, Carl.
So he's walking upright, he's having a tea in the morning, finishing the day off with brandy. Gets a bit out of hand, only tries it on with the zookeeper's wife.
Make him go away, Steve.
How does he do that?
Well, because he's around humans a lot, he becomes a bit of a charmer.
But what is it that he could do to seduce her? Pick fleas out of her?
He didn't say.
He was built.
Yeah, he was well done.
So what about that?
What do you mean, what about it, Carl? It's obviously not true.
I don't understand how...
I love the fact he becomes a charmer. He's got better taste in brandy.
Exactly.
And
what was it that he was doing that seduced her?
I don't know. Maybe because he was at home more than the zookeeper was.
But what would he be doing, Carl? He's not going to be talking with her. They're not going to be playing Trivia Pursuit.
Maybe she liked the silent type. He didn't go into that. He just said that's when the trouble started.
Carl, play a record.
Right.
Is that what Suzanne did when she brought you in?
That was Radiohead and They're There. We're Not Here, all right? Pre-recorded. Coming up is one of Carl's little things. Enjoy it.
Something else we're giving away. The Shining.
It's more throwing away, isn't it?
Once again,
is it on video?
Once again, it's on VHS.
Just because you buy it out of your own money, Carl, stop being so mean.
and I want to watch it tonight because it's one of those films that.
So you're going to watch this video and then you're going to send it to someone as a prize.
Yeah, it's one of them films that.
Sorry, what you just said yes to that without blinking.
Oh yeah. You don't think, like, Les Dennis doesn't have a quick go in the car on Family Fortune before he gives it away?
It costs
$5.99. Bowen has a go at those his and her towel racks.
It costs $5.99, Carl.
Okay, this is Carl in the classic The Shining.
And what's the question?
Well, we might ask that afterwards.
Okay, then.
Fine.
Still trying to write the book then? Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Funny, someone told me the other day, weird thing about a typewriter, the top row of letters, the longest word you can write is typewriter. I'll just show you. That's weird, isn't it? It's just the typewriter being... You're not in the mood, are you? You're in one of those grouchy moods again, like you get into when you're writing.
I'm not being grouchy. I just want to finish my work.
Yeah, just being a bit funny, a bit offhand and that.
Let me explain something to you.
Go on.
Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me. And it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
Yeah, but I just was coming in to try and cheer you up. You know, if you... I mean, I'm full of ideas as well. You know, if you're having a problem coming up with stuff, got loads of ideas you could write about. The other day I read about this airy Chinese kid.
What do you want me to do about it?
No, it's just that it could make a good book. Do you know what I mean? Sort of following round.
That's swell.
Well, I'd buy it. You know. But if you don't want to know, don't bother doing it. But do you know what I mean? It's just airy Chinese kid. It's weird because they're not normally that airy over there. Yeah, this kid caked in it. But if you don't care,
I wouldn't touch one hair on his goddamn little head.
You don't have to touch any hair on his head. Like I say, he's covered. Leave the head alone if you want. Touch his hands. He's totally covered in it. But
I love the little son of a bitch.
Well, don't go that far. You haven't met him, but I can sort it out.
I'd do anything for him.
I don't think you'd expect that much. Just take him to the barbers 3 or 4 times a week. You know, he's a good little kid. In fact, I'll do it. I think I'll write a book on him. Yeah?
Do you think you can handle that?
Yeah.
You're not too busy, are you?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty busy. I've got to sort out some monkey facts for the show this Saturday, but I reckon I can still...
Why don't you start right now and get out of here?
All right. I will. You're going to be like that? Couldn't borrow a pen, could I? See you later.
There you
Haunting.
go. Haunting stuff there. Carl Pilkington in The Shining.
You know, in the film, Jack Nicholson goes crazy because the suggestion is he's maybe possessed by demons that maybe are in the hotel. But, you know, if I was stranded in a desolate hotel, removed from all human contact with Carl, I'd go mental with an axe without being possessed by demons. That's more chilling to me, trying to get some work done and you keep wandering in.
I'm trying to get Carl to spend a couple of days in the caravan with me, just for the hell of it. And he won't. I've offered him money, won't I? I think it'd be a great laugh, won't it, Carl?
Oh, yeah, great.
That would be terrifying.
No, I want to film it. I just want to film it. Like a little video diary. There's Carl there, he's just waking up.
Well, if I was stranded in that would be like being... I may as well be with Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees. That's more scary.
The thing is, Ricky doesn't mess you about as much as he messes me about.
No, you see, you've given him an inch. You've given him an inch and he's taken a yard.
12:30 you got in today. In 30 minutes between 12:30 and 1. The old bin lid on the head. He wanted to do that again.
Yep.
Squeezing my head, think he had a go at. And karate chop on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
All in 30 minutes. Yeah. Who else can say that?
Anyway, Carl, look, you almost let it slip then as you were talking about your filling out that application form. There's some big news that everyone needs to know, which we were stunned by in the week, although the more we sort of talk to you, the more it starts to fall into place.
Yeah.
But, Carl, what's the story?
That I haven't got me exam results from the GCSEs.
He never turned up to get his exam results.
I was working.
And so, how many did you take in the end? Because you weren't even sure about that, were you? You think you took maths and English, don't you?
Yeah.
And you think you've handed in the artwork for art, don't you?
Now, art was continual assessment, wasn't it? Coursework. And what was that you made?
I made a man sort of putting his arms into a car.
You've made a model of a man putting his arms into a car.
What was this?
So that one's passed.
Was that a homage to break-ins in Manchester? Was this? What was this?
Oh, look, he does what he sees.
Yeah.
So
you've got that. That's safe. You definitely got that one.
So you've taken art, you've taken English and maths, you think? So this is what we're going to do, listeners. We're going to try and find out his exam results for him and tell him next week.
Live on air.
We're going to call his school, we're going to try and track him down, and we are going to have a little envelope, and we are going to give Carl, at the age of 29, his O-level results. GCSEs, yeah.
Now, Carl, so you took maths,
yeah.
You think, you took English, do you remember turning up to do those? Do you remember sitting in the room filling in the forms?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did you feel you did?
I don't think I did well.
You don't think you did well? Did you revise?
No.
Why didn't you revise?
Because I don't really believe in it.
Okay.
Well, it's just that if you don't know it, then you don't know it. You shouldn't have to start looking at a book. If I went to like the hospital,
yeah,
and the doctor said, "Oh, you need your appendix out," but hang on a minute, I've just got to read up on it.
Yeah,
that isn't good enough.
Okay,
he should know, and that's the way I feel about it.
To be fair, though,
he did do the revision beforehand.
Yeah, they don't usually pass on maybe when they're in practice.
Yeah, information they took in by osmosis.
Yeah, yeah. And bloke comes in and goes, "Can I just see what you did with that?" And I goes, "You've passed."
Yeah, phew, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Good job I watched Casualty.
You don't talk to anyone, do you, in the week? You just hide in your little sound booth thing, and you really don't talk to anyone, do you? Much?
Not really.
No.
I mean, you might call up.
Yeah.
But no, I keep myself to myself.
Yeah.
Then you don't get bogged down in the office politics and stuff.
Yeah. Is there a lot of office politics here?
I don't know. I don't get involved in it.
Oh, yeah. Proved your point.
So when we're away and we're out of action, who, other than Suzanne, who will you talk to of the day?
How will you get a sort of feedback from the world? How will you get sort of input and?
I always, if ever I've got a question on anything, the internet's sat there and I can just go online and find out.
The internet is good.
It's brilliant.
But it's not all verified.
It's not all necessarily factually accurate.
Anyone can put things onto the internet. It's it's freaks and things that put on things like.
Here's one that I read in a week, right?
Go on.
About this woman.
Yeah.
She was a bit of a punk. And to get her hair done like she wanted it.
Super glue.
Right, no. She got lard. Apparently it's a popular thing, you might know. Put lard on your head.
Yeah.
And you put it in the oven.
Oh.
Now, apparently the heat that you get from the oven is different from the sort of heat you get from an hairdryer. Right? And she had to do that to get the style that she wanted. But anyway, she comes into money or whatever, treats herself to a microwave. Right?
It's not true.
Opens the door, jams the things, like the little catch. So the microwave works. She jams it with a screwdriver or a knife or something.
Yeah.
Puts the microwave on, sticks her head in, boils her brain.
Don't be ridiculous.
Right? Well, why is that ridiculous?
Boils her brain.
She boiled her brain.
She boiled her brain.
And this is what's good about the internet. I went straight from that, and there was a subject about brains. And do you know that Russell Crowe, when he dies, is given his brain to charity or something, some sort of some people who can do stuff with it.
She gave hers to Pot Noodle.
Vesta.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
boiling a skull.
Yeah.
It's not true.
It's not true, Carl. No. Just urban myths. Someone made it up.
Yeah.
For a laugh.
They're just too convenient urban myths. Everyone's you can tell an urban myth's not true because it's always this happened to a mate of mine, and when you say what happened then, they go, don't know, that was it. Was it? Was that it? Was it? Someone boiled a brain and that was it. There was no more story.
Well,
were there any dates, locations, times?
I think it was in Belgium.
That is a blinding record. And before that, Rick, what do you make of those adverts? They were great, weren't they?
I like them, yeah. I'm going to buy all them products on the way home.
And that's endorsed by Ricky Gervais. He's won awards.
Yeah.
Rick, do you remember this This was a hilarious moment. No, you'll remember this when you hear it. It was when Carl said something that was basic. Well, I think for a lot of people it sounded like a lot of old bollocks. Man grows penis on his arm. I mean, why people are constantly losing their penises around the world? I've no idea.
But why?
I didn't realise it was a bit.
What do you mean why on the arm? It's just a graft, isn't it?
Yeah, but put it on like your buttock or your side. Not you can't wear a short sleeve shirt. Why did they've done that before? I don't understand it. Why not just graph it onto the side of your leg or something where it's high up, close to where it should be?
I don't know. To get it used to the environment. Like when you were like released a duck into the wild.
I've never understood that. If there's a doctor, again, we had a doctor last time, there's someone who can let us know why they put it on the arm.
So they can keep an eye on it, presumably. He's not going to work with this knob on his arm. He's probably in a hospital bed and under examination.
Right.
So what do you think? They pop the knob on the arm, say, come back in 3 weeks. What do you do, by the way? I'm a mechanic. Keep the knob, keep the long sleeve shirt, because the blokes go, why have you got a knob on your arm, mate? What are you talking about? He doesn't go back to normal as a teacher. Sir, what is it, Simpkins? You got a knob on your arm. No, don't worry about that. Do your maths. What do you think this bloke's walking around with a big knob coming out of his arm?
Why on the arm?
So they can keep an eye on it. So it's not...
But if he's in bed, just get him to not put any undies on or whatever and just have a little sly look at how it's going. Even in hospital, if you're in a shared, little hospital room, people going, oh, I've had heart problems, what's your problem? He's there with his arm out.
He's got his knob out! Yeah, but I don't think it counts as indecent exposure when they're grafting a knob on your arm, sticking that up the bed.
Imagine if he's driving, he's just got it out the window. People driving by.
Yeah. At the end is that bloke giving me the finger?
At the end of the man grows penis on his arm story, it says, a Moscow surgeon said the man will be able to have sex in a few months. He said, women will never suspect. But what kind of a doctor talks like that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's his cock now, seriously. The birds will never know. He'll be able to go berserk.
Yeah.
They'll never realise we grew it on his arm.
That is unbelievable. Will he have a little scar on his arm, do you think?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I say, 83936 if there's a doctor out there.
Or indeed if you've ever grown...
Or a tailor. Making you a shirt. What side do you wear your cock on, sir? It's on my left arm.
So let's take us back a few steps, Carl. What's the story?
Right, so I did some research. Right.
Let's just recap again. There was a guy you read about who had his head chopped off. He was guillotined. Yeah. He had said to the people around him, I am going to blink once I've had my head cut off to show
the brain
that life
can still...
Or the brain can continue to work after death. Okay, so we queried that.
So you weren't having any of it?
Well, no, possibly for a few seconds till the oxygen stops being fed to the cells because the blood has drained away. But, nothing spectacular. So go on.
Well, along the similar sort of lines, right? This is quite a few years ago. This fella sort of upset the royal family doing something, right? So they said that this isn't good.
It wasn't Ben Oughton at that Jubilee thing, was it?
I can't remember what it was. And they said, right,
that was terrible.
We're gonna cut your head off. You gotta show people you can't be doing what you've been doing.
What was this? The 1970s? When you say a couple of years ago, you mean maybe sort of...
Was it the olden days when the phones weren't very good?
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Ages ago, sure.
So yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So...
Very philosophical.
Yeah, imagine that when you wasn't here story. This was literally ages ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Simon Sharma's History of Britain.
Yeah. Oh, and even before that, which is yonks before, when it was all mental and different. Sorry, Carl, go on.
So he's having his head cut off, and he's resigned to it.
It's the day before. He's kind of got it into his head now that I'm not going to have my head much longer.
Sure.
So he said, let's make use of this.
Yeah.
He said, I wonder how long the body can stay alive without my head on it, right? So they were like, I don't know. So
who were?
So
the jailers?
Whoever he was asking.
These jailers with one eye.
Yeah.
Get out, pal.
So he said,
no, wait a minute, I've got an interesting scientific experiment. Jailer. Well, fair enough.
What is it?
So he said, what I want to do, right? He said, surely it's my last right. I'm going to be dead tomorrow.
Sure.
So let's do a test.
He didn't draw it out this long, did he?
Yeah, he said let's test this out. He said do us a favour. He said it's my last day. What I want you to do is you're going to cut my head off. Let's put a white line on the floor.
Right.
And see if you know, because there's no point asking how far he can sort of walk without an head if there isn't a line, because you don't know what to count. Do you know what I mean? If he loses his head and he's running around all over the place, you can't really count
That's
that.
not impressive enough, yeah.
So they said, let's make a white line.
Sure.
Yeah. Who said this? He did or they did?
I think they started to join in with him and saying, well, let's make this a...
Sure. You get it, go on.
So...
they got Norris McWhirter down. The Guinness people.
Oh, yeah.
So they said, let's get this white line.
Yeah.
And
dedication's all you need.
We'll do this. We'll do this tomorrow. And he said, all right, then I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. I'll see you in the morning. Night, sleep tight. Bye.
I love the fact that Carl knows exactly what was said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. He doesn't know the story or what order it is in or when it
he
was.
Knows exactly what was said.
But he knows the intricacies. All right then, see you in the morning. Bye. Oh, kissy. Oh, I'm not like that. Oh, you joker.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah. Anyway.
So he gets up.
Do you want a paper tomorrow? No, I'm all right. Go on.
He gets up and they say, right, you know, today's the day and that. And he said, well, you know, I've got used to the idea. So here's a white line for you.
Got used to the idea.
Go on.
So they go, right, are you ready then? And he said, I go on. And they cut his head off. And the body walked 32 steps without a head.
Wow.
32 steps.
Incredible.
And that's the lesson, really.
Did it get as far as it walked along the white line, did it?
Yeah, it stayed along the white line, did 32 steps, and then started to stumble a bit, and it just fell over.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was a test that your body can still keep alive for a little bit.
Yeah.
When you've lost your head.
Absolute twaddle. Absolute twaddle.
What do you reckon you can do then without an head? How many steps?
Nothing.
There'd be muscular spasm, right?
Yeah. It would twitch a bit.
It would, yeah. You could not distinctly take 32 steps. The body could... Well, don't...
Yeah.
Is the doctor still on the line?
Yeah.
The fella that bought 6 parrots.
Yeah.
And, you know, you could have got 32 steps.
Right, so you don't believe that.
Doing a bit of line dancing.
Right, you don't believe that, but something that you do believe that a cockroach can live a week without an head.
It can. Slightly different kettle of fish there.
Why?
Wow, insect to human is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
that difference.
There's not that much difference in some insects. Do you know that a snake has a heart and lungs and kidneys and stuff?
Go on.
No, well, I'm just saying.
So?
You're making out as if like they're a totally different, like...
species. I am making that up. I mean, call me old-fashioned.
Do you know what you're talking about? I don't want you embarrassing yourself, Rick.
Yeah, I am suggesting they're totally different beings. Yeah, that is... Yeah. Now, Carl, the cockroach is a very different thing. The interesting there is that it lives without its head, because a lot of it's on, there's some of them are phototropic, chemotropic, some of them just literally have, irritation and muscle memory. I mean, they do have a central nervous system, but it's very different. So if you lose the head, it bypasses a lot of that anyway. All this is running around. The reason it dies is because it can't take on water. But it's very different to a man, right, having consciousness and then losing that, and the body's still going, no, I think I remember what I was going to do here.
Yeah, so
I'm going to carefully walk 32 steps along this white line. Imagine just looking down going, oh, missed a bit. Yeah. Maybe the head was in the corner going, left, left, left. Oh, he's now...
Well, let's just put it out. I mean, if anyone listening has maybe had a relative beheaded, maybe in a horrendous car accident, but they got up, maybe they went for a walk, they had a little chat before they passed on. Carl. Get in touch.
Carl, you are my favourite being. You are my favourite species.
Now, you, Carl, may not be particularly different genetically from a cockroach. You are.
Why can cockroaches do that? Why whoever made them went...
Let's play a record.
Do you know what, when I told him this fact, I send him little facts on text messages just to inflame his, interest. I just sent him a cockroach can live 9 days without its head. He texted back, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
What's the point of
They're
that?
not doing experiments, these cockroaches.
He's a boring last week to have.
And he went, and on top of all that, you're thirsty. So it's the worst week of your life, isn't it? That week without your head.
Play a record.
Carl.
Competition time next.
Look at his little face. Look at his little face.
You've not heard Carl's competition.
He could live without an head.
Made famous, of course, by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
That's All Along the Watchtower, as originally done by Mr. Bob Dylan.
On XFM 104.9.
So, Carl, just take us through the moment where you gave this gift. Firstly,
so you went into Boots, right? You thought, all right, 100 condoms, brilliant. Okay, did you wrap it up?
I don't know if it was 100, probably 80.
Right, okay, yeah.
Right.
You don't want to go mad, do you?
Wrap them up.
I'm just resting easy knowing that he's not trying to breed.
Right. No.
Yeah.
So I got her them. I got her Grease on DVD because she's always watching that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So just think of when her mum said, "What did Carl get you? Some condoms and grease."
I was just. I'm glad he said on DVD.
She was surprised anyway, right? Because
I bet she was.
no, when she got
she was thinking like jewellery.
no, right?
That showed her. That surprised you, hasn't it? All right.
So hang on, wait a minute.
You thought it was a holiday, didn't you? Yeah. Look at your face.
You don't know me at all. So hang on. So did you give these on Christmas Day?
Right. What happened is she got in from work that Saturday, right? And I said, "Look under the tree."
Knackered. At least it's Christmas.
Yeah.
At least I'm going to get a little bit.
I said, "Look, you got some stuff under the tree, right?" So
did you give her a sugar lump?
Right, she was really chuffed with that. But she said she was a bit puzzled because I didn't know we had any wrapping paper, right? So I ended up using wallpaper.
You didn't take it off the wall though. You had
No, it was some left over, right? So she said, "Why have you used wallpaper?" I said, "Well, I didn't have any paper, and you were getting in a bit, and I wanted you to have a surprise." So she said, "Can I have a feel of them?" I said, "No."
Presents.
She thought, right, I've got the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Christmas Day, I said, "No, don't get carried away. It's nothing really good. You know, we said we weren't going to buy each other much. So there you go, open them."
Yeah, go on.
And
can I just ask, had you received your present from her yet?
Yeah.
So what had you received?
What did he have? Had some shoes.
Nice.
Right. Getaway game for PlayStation.
Nice.
I'm just totting up the value of this. Go on, yeah.
And just also think about how much fun and pleasure you get from them.
Yeah.
Although, of course, condoms, I can see the the appeal.
Well, okay. So I think
but also add to that bit 150 quid for a meal. If you're going to start totting up, 150 quid for a meal. I bought her some shoes, 72 quid.
Yeah, that was after the event, though.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so you've received these, dare I say it, thoughtful and nice gifts. You handed over the box of condoms. They were wrapped up. She unwrapped them.
Yeah.
Go on, take us through it. Walk us through it.
Well, it's not something you play with on Christmas morning.
Oh God! Oh, right.
But when she opened
what
them,
did she say? What did she say?
Well, I wrapped them twice as well, so she thought it was something really good.
Extra protection,
right?
And
so she thought it was something really good.
And then,
the disappointment would be doubled.
Yeah, go on, yeah.
And then she just opened it and went, "Oh yeah, so what's on the telly?" And that was that.
Ungrateful. What an ungrateful woman that is.
Well,
fancy not wanting.
I told her
a box of economy condoms from Boots.
I said to her about the thing about, you know, it's all about the surprise and that, innit?
Yeah.
You explained that to her?
Yeah.
What, after she'd unwrapped it?
Yeah.
Thoughtful.
And she was all right about it.
Yeah. She understood.
Rick, you know I suggested to him that he buy his girlfriend a gift. I'm worried I've done more damage to the relationship by suggesting that than if he had just forgotten.
Next time you've got to go shopping for her yourself, Steve.
I think I might do.
You've better go shopping for her yourself.
I'm glad it's all over though. It's mental.
Yeah.
It annoys me. The whole thing annoys me, and she knows that as well.
Yeah.
She should know. What? She still insists on having Christmas once a year.
Well.
Wow. I'm you know.
No, but well, anyway, what did you get?
I can't think what you bring to the relationship, Carl. I don't know what it is she's getting from you in this relationship. It's like she's doing all the work.
80 times. Oh God, God! I love it. You're brilliant. I know what she's getting. He's the.
What? No, he's not thoughtful.
No, but he's thoughtful. He's the best he can do with the brain he's got. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He's doing his best. He's absolutely doing his best. There's no.
He's working at the limits of his powers.
Do you know what I mean? Though he's done as well as he can with what he was given.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's admirable.
Yeah,
it's like I think he's done better than you'd expect. I bet his teachers didn't even think he'd get this far. Do you know what I mean?
What, find a girl?
No, well, yeah, a job, a girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Clothing himself. He's done really well. What do you think, Carl? You think you've done well?
I think I've done all right compared to some of my mates.
What are they doing now?
Probably not that much. Do you know what I mean? Mrs. Matthews said I wouldn't be an high flyer. I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I have a holiday every year. Got somewhere to live and that.
Yeah, got a new flat, haven't you?
Yeah, so
where are they then, the condoms? Did she show them to her family and friends?
No.
Take them into work? Look what Carl
I'm surprised she told Ricky, actually. I was a bit disappointed in that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go shouting around.
Well, she was so excited, Carl, clearly. She was just so pleased and proud.
Yeah.
All right, play record, we'll come back to it.
No, that's it now.
All right, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington, not here. It's the best of. You've been voting in all week, sending your emails. So here's the clips that you wanted.
Something I watched the other night, that was just good. Again, you know, I learn stuff from the telly. I don't watch the news.
You don't learn stuff from the telly.
I'll tell you what, though.
You told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them.
There's a spider eats chickens and there was a fat kid.
Forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland!
But what's her name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve. I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Okay. Oh, good. With some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9.
No.
Just to cheer up people. Go on, then. What? Come on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve? What
autism?
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touches on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated. And now we're going to touch on a really, my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carl, then. Tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4 coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? That might have been Channel 5. But what's the name?
It's the attention span I like!
It's these people who, they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And they sort of take in a lot of information. They get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who, he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of, the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it, it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, all right, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything, which is great, but then the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
But if you can take
Rain Man.
No,
he has special autistic powers.
Oh God!
We must send for Rain Man.
I don't know what to do.
So he would be a great contestant on Mastermind, sort of autistic Mastermind. He'd be
what I'm saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees. From what I know, and I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Right, well, I mean, they seemed a bit...
But you watched the programme, what did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in?
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh, that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he can soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying, it didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like how people say about...
This is brilliant. This is just like this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
What I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. When at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart from Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean there wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around? That's not history, Carl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but it was ages ago, wasn't it, when we were sort of...
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, he might have done. There's no... I mean, what's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a cave.
Why is he scary? Because he's got... What if he had 8 eyes? I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability... Oh, we'll talk about it in a bit. That's the sort of thing I think we need now, right? We've covered a lot of stuff.
What, education?
Teaching, yeah.
Well, okay, what do you want to know?
Don't know.
Have you got something? Can you educate us on anything?
I've been reading bits.
So could we bring back just for one night only, educating Ricky?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. Do you think it warrants that?
I don't know enough about it. You know what I mean?
About what?
It sounds perfect. Play the jingle.
Educating Ricky. He's getting smarter.
A couple of things happened in the week that I read about.
Okay.
Keeping up on what's going on in that.
Sure.
Yeah.
One was about that Galileo fella.
Okay.
Was it about 1636? Was it?
I think it might have been earlier.
Bad.
Go on.
Did some stuff with light and that. He
did lots of physical experiments, yeah.
Is that it then, Carl, is it? He did some stuff with light and that.
What did he do with light? What was that?
Well, I think he invented the first...
Telescope?
Telescope. So I think it's a particular lens, though, and he did experiments where he dropped famously two different weighted balls from Pisa, and they hit the ground at the same time, showing that it doesn't matter, the weight doesn't matter, but air resistance does, and stuff like that.
I think he probably explained it a bit better than that.
Yeah, but I'm talking to Carl.
Sure.
Did they need to know
He's
stuff?
just thinking about pizza.
Yeah.
Did they need to know stuff like that back then?
What do you mean, did they need to know stuff like that? It's just...
There weren't people going around going, I've got to drop these 2 things off the bleeding tower of pizza. I just don't know which one's going to land first.
Yeah, I need to know. What do you need to know about?
Bring me Galileo.
Yeah.
It's for a bet.
Yeah.
No, but if I was knocking about then, I'd be like, stop messing with that. We need a telly. Or, do you know what I mean?
I bet he thinks the Flintstones is real.
I know.
That'd be brilliant. That's what I'd do if I was a caveman. I'd make a telly out of rock.
Yeah.
And a pelican
and a
as
car
a cement
that I just
mixer.
ran along the road with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need a car.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't really got the internal combustion engine. Can you stick your feet through the bottom? Yeah, just get me a car, for Christ's sake.
Anyway, so I learned that. And then...
What?
You learned his name.
Yeah.
Other people I'd learned the name of this week.
Oh, if a chimp could watch telly. Go on, Carl, go on. Right. Badly drawn boy, born again. Right, just get this educating Ricky out of the way. So, Turkey, yeah. So what is this again?
It's educating Ricky is the tip included.
Right.
Apparently a fellow was on holiday in Turkey. He's just having a normal holiday. Weather's good. You know, he's having a good time.
Waiters are all normal height.
Yeah. He's having his meal. He hears a load of screaming going on in the kitchen.
Hold on.
Has his girlfriend wandered in there?
And they do,
with a step ladder.
Yeah.
the circumcised people in the kitchen, and apparently...
What are you talking about?
Whoa. Slow down. We were sidetracked there for a minute.
What are you talking about? I'm excited about 2 things at once here. One, they circumcised people in the kitchen. 2, I guessed it was someone losing the end of their knob.
He did, yeah.
I started thinking like Carl Pilkington.
Extraordinary.
That is amazing.
Apparently it was going on. It wasn't just a one-off either. Well, when I say a one-off, I mean they did it more than once.
Yeah.
Right. And there was it was there for a week, and apparently the first night it was quiet, and then the rest of the week, every day it'd be like having his breakfast, or even his lunch, or even his tea.
Yeah.
Right? He'd be doing it all day.
Oh.
You'd be hearing
lunch
screams.
and breakfast, fair enough, really.
Yeah,
circumcision at tea time.
Don't do that.
And apparently it's a tradition over there. You can't even make a complaint about it. It's like, well, you should have found out before you come over.
See, I can't believe this is true.
I'm a little
I
bit
can't
lost.
believe this is
He was
true.
in a restaurant, in a hotel, and there were people having circumcisions in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'm even worried that we're bordering on the racist here, suggesting that is tradition, that Turkish people cut the end of their cocks off in the kitchen.
Yeah.
At meal times. I think you're wrong, Carl.
This just sounds ludicrous, Carl.
No, I don't think it happens everywhere.
Right.
I think this
Just in this particular
this
restaurant.
hotel.
certain places.
Certain hotels.
Certain hotels.
What, is it like 2-star?
Yeah. Why did he go to the Foreskin Inn? It was his own fault, wasn't it?
So that's...
Sorry, that's it, is it?
Have they closed?
Wait. That's the story. You educated me, right? Once a fella saw some Turkish people cutting the tip of their knob off in the kitchen. Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Carl. Got any more?
Well, there's things you can learn from it. Either don't go to Turkey.
No!
Don't have calamari when you're over there.
Oh, Carl, you've done it again.
Well...